Thank you guys. I know I was just over there in the studio, but now I'm here at the desk. It's weird how quickly I got over here. I'm still Valdez, joined by Joshi. How are you feeling about this matchup?
I'm feeling good. I am so excited to see another opportunity for NA to play up against EU. Team Liquid.
Wait, yeah, is Riot promoting all chatting?
The cleanest series, and this is going to be.
I mean, it's banter, but they kind of make it seem like
T1 versus BLG was.
Yeah, it's gonna.
Riot
be
hates
I
chat.
think 3 games probably. NA versus EU. Back to you guys at the studio. D-Gun, take it away.
Thank you very much. He was Valde analyst when he was on here. What is he when he's Val play-by-play? Valdez. Valdez. We don't have a nickname for him when he's.
Well, he's always play-by-play, so he's Valdez.
That's just his job
name.
All right. Okay. Well, you
What's
know,
the name for
D-Gon when he hosts?
Yeah, D-host.
Duh. No,
Well, then why did you introduce yourself as D-host?
Because we had to buy some time, so I wasn't hosting right away. You know.
Got it. That was a different guy.
Yeah. All right, we're almost ready for this second matchup of the day.
Better not be a pause.
EU. It's going to be so exciting between these two squads, and I can't wait to see how this one shakes on up. Let's take a look.
Guys, what's happening? Wait, what's happening? Are we gonna view the stage? With an ad break. Little tic-tac-toe at the top.
The Kadia Arena
Padilla.
getting set for the second series.
I was
of the
announcing
day.
it and I kept messing that up, so later it's like
Fnatic
quesadilla. I was like, oh
rematch
shit.
Of what happened over at MSI. Quickly, what's the key matchup here between these two squads? What lane do you feel like it's going to be, or role you think it's going to be here, Ox?
I feel like bot lane's going to be really important. You know, we saw obviously a lot of back and forth in the bot lanes between in the earlier series. Sorry, you know, Carrier stepping up massively in game 3.
Low production guy.
And Elk having that great Ziggs game. So I think that will hold a lot.
But they're not even
of
at their
weight.
seats yet. We got a while.
I feel like it's the jungle. I'm looking at Umpty, like, we've spoken about champion pool, right? Like his Maokai Sejuani exclusive in the jungle. Razok has been playing loads of stuff. Ivan included a different tree.
Yeah, EU loves
Ivan.
Ivan.
He's been playing
What are they
lots of
doing?
different things, so I'm looking forward to seeing.
They're playing
if he
remote.
can bring out something new.
Yeah, again, this Fnatic squad, that core of Razork and Human
Wait, are they
have
doing
been
intros?
together for quite
I
some
missed
time.
game
Also,
1
Brennan joining on
because
in,
I was in a league game.
recently, and then
They
the
didn't play
newest
our
addition
intros?
on the bottom side of the map. How will Fnatic do now that this is the first time they're coming into a series against NA after a loss? We'll find out as we kick it off. It is series number 2, Team Liquid.
Oh, I missed
versus
intros.
Hello and welcome back to the arena to the Esports World Cup presenting League of Legends. We're getting ready for our second quarterfinals match, and we just saw our first quarterfinals match, and what a match that was! T1 getting revenge against BLG from their MSI performance.
What's up,
But
Wuju? T1
we do
beat
have
BLG.
one
We're
more
watching
best of 3
Fnatic
of us
versus Team
today,
Liquid.
Fancy.
That is correct, and now we know that the first semi-finalist in the Esports World Cup presented by League of Legends is now on stage. And the next match is going to decide who's going to go against them. And it's not a match that's strange to international stages, because we have witnessed this match a few weeks prior to today.
That's right, at MSI, this is a rematch. We have back-to-back rematches here on stage for day 1. And of course, this was Team Liquid giving Fnatic not only their first loss ever to an NA team in a best of series, but also maybe catching up a little bit, because if my numbers are correct, Fnatic versus NA all-time is 28-12. So you Fnatic fans out there, you're eating good.
Trust me,
So
none
are
of
you
them
telling me that
None of them made the trip, bro.
EU
Be
is better than
serious.
NA?
No, that's not what I said. You're putting words in my mouth, because
I'm just
last
saying.
time Team Liquid did take it. But you know what? Let's see if they can do it and start introducing our teams for our second quarterfinals match. Up first, the first seed from the LCS. Please welcome Team Liquid!
Woo!
In the jungle.
Ah, the boys repping!
Mid lane.
Woo!
Yapton, my Yapton. AP.
Oh, whoa, Don't look at the crowd. Cover the crowd.
Laner, Yon, and support, Core JJ.
Okay. Don't. We have a lot of
Team
fans.
Liquid is the second NA team to ever reach an international finals with promising recent performances at MSI.
And
What,
now,
the T1
for
fans
their
couldn't be bothered to
opponents
stay
in
and
our
support League as a
second
whole?
Quarterfinal match, please welcome Fnatic!
Boo! Boo!
In the top lane, Oscar Winnan,
Crash!
roaming the jungle, Razor. In the bot lane, Noah
Jesus.
and June. And in the mid lane, give it up for Humanoid!
Boo!
Fnatic has taken the loss at MSI personally, being the origin of their villain arc by taking the learnings from the international stage, rising from the ashes, and going into the longest streak in the LAC regular stage since the region introduced a new format. And now they're ready for a rematch and to take revenge against Team Liquid.
Will the captains of each team please bring your keys to the stage and make some noise in the arena for your second quarterfinals match?
AU
Woo!
versus NA. Team Liquid versus Fnatic. Let the game begin!
Yeah! Yeah. Doesn't know how to put it up there. Look at him. Hit! EU!
Early mechanics, mechanics check here.
Not a good omen.
EU!
No,
It's
no,
like
no,
that,
I'm saying that maybe
that
we're
like
gonna
block
have a
game
different
when
series
you're a
than the
kid.
last one.
You
The
put the circle in the
speed in which
circle
those
hole,
keys
you put the
came in
triangle in the
in,
triangle,
series
the
number one,
rectangle,
it was a bit fast.
the rectangle
Yeah,
in the
well,
rectangle.
you know what, it-
EU
on,
player,
you know,
like
I think it took a little while for
smashing the circle through the triangle hole.
He'll be good to roll here. Again, thank you so much to Kangas
That was
and
NA?
Fancy for this kickoff
Oh,
between
shit.
our two Western squads.
That-
Also, checking in
oh.
on a Twitch chat.
Oh, good.
They said Valdcast.
I'm just kidding.
Valdcast works. That's
Oh,
right,
good.
chat. Caught. That's
Oh,
not
you know,
all-
I'm actually
I mean,
thinking.
you
all
could say
good.
it, but like,
I was,
Valdcast.
We got
I was
this, guys.
thinking while we had the break,
Yeah.
Valdez.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
That sounds really good.
Yes.
That sounds
Yeah.
like it could be his last name.
That could just be his general name.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess
some big things here.
The experts have weighed on in. It's time to set it on over to our casters for the second series of the day. Valdez and Joe Shi. Take it away, guys.
Thank you so much, guys, at the studio. Yes, I will go by Valdez, at least for this series, I guess. I am joined by Joshi, and this is going to be a fun one. NA versus EU, TL versus
Yes.
Fnatic again.
It is, yeah. The fact that we got to see this matchup already at MSI and we're just getting a rematch of it, I think is potentially the budding of a new
Different, 'cause
rivalry,
I'm
right?
watching
It
now,
used
so
to
don't
be
let me the
Cloud9
down,
versus
please.
Fnatic. It was a little one-sided
But
before
don't let
in
me
terms
down.
of
I'm
how
actually
many
watching.
times EU was
Please.
winning, but this
I gotta be
is
really
potentially
positive
the
this
new
game, so
rivalry
Riot
between
sees that I'm
NA
not
and EU that we get to
toxic
see
towards
over and over
LCS.
again.
Yes, and as an NA rep yourself, I'm sure you're hoping that TL
What?
can
You
continue.
cannot be doing this to me with Twitch chat. With the biased casters right at the very beginning.
Yeah.
You know, maybe a
Okay,
little.
Tristana
I'm
ban.
very
I
excited
love
to
it.
see how
Thank
people
you.
are going to
No
react
quirky
to this
Triss.
quickly,
We're already getting
because
different
as we
mids.
saw from our last series, T1 and BLG still said yes, this is the most important character, and Fnatic is already removing most of the major tools.
WC
in and
Sanford
around the
Esports
toolkit
World
they're
Cup.
expecting, and so it's going to put a very different spin already on this series from the get.
Okay, they're banning
Yeah, it's
Corky
definitely going
and
to. I think
Tristana.
this series is going to look
My
very
God.
differently.
APA
from
got
the
him
LCK
shaking or
and
what?
LPL series outside of.
I mean,
I'm
I
saying
respect
just in
it.
the drafts.
And
I think
the
it
Lucian.
might be just as back and forth, but we see a lot of focus on mid and jungle here, nearly entirely. Even that Lucian could be put in there.
Rumble?
It's just a third 80 mid they take
Rumble
away.
blind.
And now
You can
thinking about
triple
the
flex
Rumble
Rumble.
here.
You can
full
quadriflex
impact already.
Rumble.
Yeah, generally this has been a
Top
major
jungle
pick
mid
used
bot.
to push out the Skarner in a lot of games. And we didn't really see the Skarner get picked up in the first series at all, and with this Rumble already
Yeah, they
coming
left
through,
Ziggs
it does
open,
look
but I
as
don't think
though
if they go
Impact
Ziggs,
is
they go
looking to
AP
create
top. I
a
think,
bit more pressure up in the top lane. We saw Oscar get
Wait, I don't
better
think he
than
plays
him
any other
quite a
ADs,
bit
does
at
he?
MSI in the laning phase, but Impact, I mean, when you have this kind of lane
Plays
dominance
Kled.
early game,
APA
you're
can
gonna
play
have to
Kled.
make it work.
You think he busts out
You're
Kled
definitely
mid?
going to have to, I was talking with Oscar and doing a little interview, and he said that they're thinking that the Lethality Varus is a big pick on this patch. He also said that the Skarner, might have fallen down a couple of steps, but should still see play. But so far, as you mentioned, we didn't see it in the first series. We're not seeing it yet here, especially with that first pick.
The way he does that, he
Rumble.
plays it. I think
doubt
Cled
they
mid's
pick
actually
it
pretty
into
good.
that, but we'll have to wait and
I
see. As
hate
Umfi will
Viego.
be hopping onto Viego.
Yeah, it's very interesting to
hate the
see.
champ.
A lot of teams that I've talked to so far have been looking at the changes to VARs and opportunity and saying, yeah, maybe this isn't the
I think
angle
it's
to
such
go
a
for
weak
it anymore.
jungle.
That said, there
Oh, he
is
is
still
going
a lot of tools,
Ziggs.
and I love this. pick
Really?
already coming
That's-
up
so
from
they
Team
just
Liquid.
stack him R or what?
Obviously, it is.
You're gonna go with
the
AP support, you have
champion.
AP top
Ziggs
side,
and
you don't gotta
Reliance
build
are
for
some of the
Viego.
champions that we are expecting to see him play over and over again, given the opportunity. But it can also be played down in the
Build
bot lane,
MR,
just like we saw Elk do
camp bot
previously,
lane.
and you can use it to really push around VARs in the early laning phase.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it has a great matchup there. I think you can match range in that sense. But now, the Zeri and the Kaisa hovers, you begin to scratch your heads and you say, well, where
Gotta ban
is
Nautilus,
everything
right?
going in this one? They'll keep that a secret for now.
Gotta ban Nautilus
We've
here.
been seeing
Or next
games
ban.
with 4, 5, sometimes even 6 marksmen in every game does leave a lot to be questioned here. I know we've seen VARs up in the top lane in solo queue quite a bit. Kaisa has been played in the mid lane. I know Kaisa
It is shaky. It's
has
not
been
you.
played as
Not
a
me, though.
counter to Ziggs historically in the
Broadcast.
mid lane, just because you have a lot of tools to push out the Ziggs early on with the Acathean Rain. But this is an opportunity right now for Fnatic to just create an incredible poke comp, and Team Liquid is going to have to decide whether or not they want to try and dive onto that, or if they want to try and match fire with fire, potentially pick something for Yon that can also play from long range, like a Jhin maybe.
Yeah, the Jhin could be a focus. I wouldn't be surprised to see some supports
Maybe
banned
they-
out here.
Yeah, I
from
think
the
it's
side of
Nautilus or
TL,
Leona.
just
I
trying
think they're
to
both so strong.
limit what we saw from the side
fake.
of T1 earlier
They're
today, but
getting
no,
one of them.
instead they're going to take away some options into the Rumble. The TF will be taking
How do they
off the
play
board
against
for
Nautilus,
now.
though?
And it is a very
Is that just
interesting
disgusting?
pivot, right?
Nautilus,
We saw
Kaisa,
a lot of
Sejuani? I think
play
it has
coming out
to.
from Team Liquid, where Impact was playing Cassante almost every single game at MSI.
They
He's
do.
already putting
Okay,
out
so they banned
something different,
Leona.
and we
Okay,
know
now they
that
have to ban
really
Nautilus,
pushed
right? 'Cause they
Oscar
picked
to a
first.
lot of the
Nothing else
top
counters
lane
Nautilus.
where
They have to ban
Impact was
Nautilus.
very comfortable in that matchup. But this is
Too good.
definitely
They
a
have to
spot
ban
where
Nautilus.
Oscar still has almost all of the champions he might want to play still available. The Poppy's there, the Zac is there. We saw him play Ornn as well. There's so many.
Unless they got a
different
counter
things that
pick
we
ready
can
for
play.
it.
It feels as though Team Liquid's like, yes, we want you to play those. I'm kind of expecting a Camille down here just to really push him in that direction.
I could leave it open to counter
It does
pick.
feel like
Okay,
that's
no,
what
they're
they're
banning
thinking
it.
about, but no,
Nope.
will be the Nautilus.
Yeah,
One of
that
those
has to be
supports I
banned.
was thinking about just extra lockdown, extra pick potential, and it does look like
Alistar's
they're
really
looking
good.
at Rel or
Rel's
Alistar
really
here
good.
for June, just to bolster their pick potential and frontline with what is already a couple of marksmen and great poke.
It's a lot of damage coming out from the back line right now from Fnatic, and they have a very
Oh,
strong
so
frontline
Alistar's a
as well to
champion
complement it, and it really
that he
feels
has
as
to
though
be
Fnatic
in
has a
really
very
close
strong
range to go in. It's
composition
not
to
like
kind of
Nautilus
pivot
or
in
even
whatever
Alistar or
direction
even
they need to, right?
Yona
The
with the ult.
Varus and the Kaisa can both play the poke. They can also do a ton of damage with their on-hit style of build.
So it's not as
And
bad.
It does mean that Team Liquid, as they're looking towards this Senna, it is the kind of composition that
Senna,
really
bro.
likes playing a lot of these slower fights.
You know, okay, you remember what I said earlier?
I don't know
Senna's
if
a
that's the kind
pick
of fight
if
you
you're
can really afford to
inferior.
take up
And
against
you know
something
you're
that
inferior,
Fnatic
you
is
just
playing,
lock in
considering
Senna.
how much
Senna Ornn.
damage their marksmen are going to be putting out.
I like the Zeri.
Yeah, we see
Now what
the
do we go?
Zeri locked
Yumi?
in here
Lulu?
as well.
We go anything.
And I
Yumi,
think we're
Lulu?
going to see as they are picking pretty much in
Orj's
order
been playing
here
Lulu
on the
with
side
Senna
of
a
Team
lot in
Liquid.
solo
They say,
queue.
well,
A
we
lot.
don't need to utilize
Zeri
Insta
also
locks
the,
it.
You know, Zeri top lane.
To me,
Yeah,
it was
that
Zeri.
is
Portage
true,
has
you
a
know.
Zeri on his team,
Maybe
and
if
solo
we saw
queue, he
Senna, we
insta
could
locks
see,
Lulu.
like,
He's
Senna
going
Rumble
Bard,
or
though.
something weird like that, but
Yeah.
especially from the blue side, not
Rakan's good.
expecting it. And yeah,
Rakan's
it is
good.
going to be the Rakan, the support that does come in, and immediately the Kassadin lock
Oh, shit!
just slamming it down into that
Oh,
Ziggs in the mid lane.
shit!
Wow. So that means that we're going to have something a little bit more unusual going to the top lane. I'm still wondering if it is going to be the Varus that is going to be going up there, or if it is going to be the Kaisa that's going to
fuck.
be another opportunity to
Came
see
to play.
more marksmen being played up in the top lane. I know in North America, we usually see Vayne if we see anything at all, but the fact that Humanoid is going back to this Kassadin, this is a Fnatic classic. We've been seeing this played from this team all the way since.
So draft gap,
was
I
trying to play
think
this in
EU
Season
has
1,
just
right?
the
This is
easiest
kind of
team
thing that
comp in
Fnatic
the
is
world
really
to play.
showcasing what they
Like,
can
you
do.
don't
I
need
feel
hands
this
to
is
play
the
that draft.
perfect opportunity
It's so.
showcase not just their own
In A,
abilities, but
I
also
think the champs are
just their
not as good. I
legacy
think
that
it
this
takes
team
more
has had for so many
skill.
years.
Yeah, it's really cool to see it here
it's
right
not
from the get-go
autopilot
in
brain off.
game number 1, as we see once again more utilization of the red side here to
Come on.
great effect.
They got it, though.
At the EWC presenting League of Legends, just because you get that R5, it comes out, you've already got some weirdness going on with the double 80 carry, the marksman, you're not sure 100% where everything's going, and then they just finalize it with that great
Their
Cassidy
bot lane,
pick. The Ziggs
Kaisa,
definitely going
Alistar
to
versus Ziri,
have a bit
Rakan.
of a struggle into that one, but we'll see if APA can handle it here as we are getting ready to hop into game number 1 of TL up against Fnatic. What do you think? Back and forth series, or
I think it's gonna be
maybe
fun.
in your case you
Diamond
think
with
TL
800 a game. Stop talking about draft.
Yeah.
You're
Easier
disrespecting
Team
me saying
Liquid
that
just
trash.
puts a nail in his coffin for this budding rivalry, the better it is going to be. But my biggest worry right now is I don't see great tools for Team Liquid to actually shut down Humanoid. A lot of the games that we saw at MSI, APA was doing a pretty decent job in the early laning phase at actually creating.
Yeah, plus
waves
you have
up
the
against
July
Humanoid,
4th buff.
This is the kind of thing where they can do so much more later on in the game. And you have a Sentinel already on the team. This is a team that is looking to scale a little bit.
Yeah, well, we'll have to wait and see how this is going to go in game number 1. As
All right, bring it home.
Reminder, T1 taking that first series, but now we are moving on to match number 2, I should say, between Team Liquid.
Come on, you piece of
from
shit.
North
Don't go
America
home
and
day
Fnatic
1. So
from
Team Liquid
Europe,
actually got here
as we're getting
way
so
later
many
than
cool,
almost any other team, in
shots
case you guys
here
didn't
as we
know.
move in. Maybe some more
Team Liquid
remote
got
usage
here,
in the Sane versus
like,
EU matchup. Wouldn't be too
Tuesday
surprised.
at 10
I would
p.m.
love to see exactly what APA is already
Very
doing
late.
from the very beginning. He sees this cast and come out, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I can't believe this cantrick is coming out. Is that really what you need to
So
be
surely
doing?"
they didn't get
Whereas
here
on the other
late
side,
to
Humanoid
leave
right
early,
here.
right?
I don't think of Fnatic as much a talker. It's actually Noah. Noah is also well known for being a little bit of a gremlin in terms of the alt chat and everything else. So maybe APA and Noah can have a bit of a bombastic discussion.
I hope so. I really do hope so. Noah, he's not afraid to let everybody know what he's thinking on the internet. And
What's up, Gusky?
yeah, I've actually cast a lot of these players, even though a lot of them are playing right now in NA and EU. You know, Noah and June.
Not making an
Cortez
excuse, I'm
even.
just
We got
saying.
Umpty here as well.
Passion gap.
Impact
Plus, NA had to
also
fly
making his way
like
a
20
long
hours.
time ago
US had to fly like
over to the
6.
LCS,
Just saying.
but, yeah, this is going to be a fun first one. I'm really excited to see the casting coming through. And, you know, even though APA might be calling him a little bit of a try-hard, you know, saying, oh, you had to pull out the casting, I think, as you mentioned, it should be very, very nice. The main thing that can lock it down is probably the Rakan, but so much mobility and not a lot of other lockdown here on the side of TL might make it a big issue for them.
No, earlier than I'm saying, it's their own fault. I'm just saying, jet lag.
Try and kill just everybody else on the team before casting can do anything, because he has to spend a lot of time like looking for that angle later on in some of these fights. But Team Liquid doesn't take these fights super quickly either. It's mostly going to be about whether or not APA can land those Mega Inferno bombs on someone like Noah
Surely
or
we
Oscar.
can't afford to
But
AFK
with all
skill
that
this game,
said,
can we? Maybe
I
we
want to
can.
touch again on this bars up in the top lane. This is the second time we've been seeing the marksman played up in the top side of the map in just 2 series at this point. And
Unless he's on
what
his
we
one trick,
usually would
surely
see
he
from
performed.
This Varus up in the top side is just the ability to push around melee top laners, and Rumble without a teleport suddenly becomes very
Rumble with an
vulnerable.
impact
You're already
did go
seeing that
ignite.
Oscar's
Holy
doing a
shit.
great job getting a push
Really?
going through, gets the ward down, and
In
Umpty
professional,
is
this is
not
solo.
going to be coming
That-
into top lane immediately, so it gives Oscar an opportunity to make sure this crashes and force Impact to play on his side of the map.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I feel like it's pretty healthy for
Oh!
just to see all these
Technology.
different picks going around. You get a little bit of a rock, paper, scissors effect. You get to see blue side
Early
not
reset.
always dominating, because actually that R5
It's a cool
counterpick
buy.
feels just
We have
so
full advantage
incredibly
down bot
strong
lane.
when you can play pretty much
Right, you buy
anything
some cool here.
in the top lane just to counter your opponent, as we're getting a look very nicely at every single lane at the same time. The mid lane, obviously, early on is going to be a bit rough for the Kassadin, but this is always
Yep,
the way
we
it
have
goes.
full buy on Ziri.
And then eventually,
Okay, so we're
you know, he's got a
ahead
shield,
right now.
he's just gonna sit
We
back,
got that
relax,
easy
take
early
a bunch
recall.
of
We bought
harass, and
Cole.
then eventually he'll be the one jumping
Mids
onto
up.
the Ziggs, and it'll look very different. in
9
that
CS,
match.
7 CS.
Really will, but Umpty and Razork,
I hate this Viego
first
pick,
one to
brother.
move.
Yeah,
God,
already
that
getting
missed.
into the action here. Umpty might be in a little bit of trouble, as we do see Oscar
Give the crap.
traveling down the river, but APA first to move from mid. Not going to be enough, as Razork and Oscar already getting to work onto the Scuttle Crab, and so that will be that going over to Razork.
And Umpty already in the bottom side of the map. His bottom lane is going to push in a bit.
Very nice double knock up here. It is the Zeri, though, so Young will just
Not
get
bad.
away. Not a big deal there,
the wave,
but
the
June's
farm.
just practicing those very nice double knockups already.
I love the fact that Noah and June aren't overcommitting to that. They know that Umpty is
So
going from the
intense,
top
I'm
Scuttle
shaking.
Crab to the bottom Scuttle Crab. He is going to be in the area. You don't necessarily want to do anything too brash, but Umti's spending a lot of time trying to fake them out.
I think Diego's dog shit
Back
as
in
well.
the game,
Especially in solo queue, I don't ever see any of the pros play it well. Shiden plays it well. Shiden plays it well,
With our
but
very first clear,
that's
I think
about
the only major play that we've seen is the fact that APA is getting the better of Humanoid.
like
as we should be
you in the game, they're
expecting,
least damage in the
but
game. I hate
probably
it.
a bit more of a lead than I was really going to be looking at, because APA is holding Humanoid here on almost no map.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you see the Conqueror coming out here is actually
Got the barrier
has
for
to be
free.
utilized by
Oh
Oscar, and that
shit!
torpedo is going to miss.
Oh, if
but
that hit.
just holding the flame spitter on top of him.
Also
so
saving his ignite.
Oscar
Oh my
now
god.
with
He has no TP. He
teleport
has to
and
miss his
wave
wave.
pushing into
Does he
him.
agree to
He's already
stay?
low. Perhaps not the lane he was expecting so
Oh my god.
far,
Impact
as
gets
he was
6 here.
fine up until this moment, but now
Right?
it feels like Impact is in control.
This is
I
a
think
really
it's
good
next
position for Team Liquid in general, because once you have this Viego with priority in both of your lanes, you can start playing really aggressively into Razork's
Yeah, it's
jungle. And that's something that we're going to have to be looking for, is Impact does
actually so
so
close.
much damage early on in this game. Whenever he wants to move around with you can
I
create a
think
lot
he
of
dives
pressure.
that, by the way.
And
But
Razork
100%
doesn't yet
Rumble
have
dives
anyone
that.
can really create any game threat. Once Humanoid
With
gets
Flash,
level
Ignite,
6 in the
Varus, no
wave or
barrier?
so,
Wait, he should
they'll have some
dove that,
opportunities,
traded
but
1 for
AP
1
is
for
already warding
sure.
off.
Yeah, it's feeling pretty good just to know exactly where that Sejuani is, right as Razork is getting closer and closer to hitting level 6. As we do see Young trying to be annoying, trying to stop the back of June, but Noah able to help him out and push
On
him
the top
away.
side, I don't think it matters. I think there's
The
too much
call
damage.
picked up here for Yon is going to be feeling very nice. You know, Zaries that just get essentially a free laning phase, and they pick a barrier, and they just get to do whatever they want. Definitely
gotta
set up
dive
for
that.
success when it does come into the rest of the game.
And honestly, they actually have a lot of freedom, but the big thing that they will have to do is be very careful about picking your moment, because there's a decent amount of point and click or functionally point and click crowd control on the other side. You still have June with the headbutt pulverize. Razork has some very straightforward stuns that they can put out, and of course Oscar has it ult.
Humanoid going in for that one. Obviously, he does have June coming in from the top side, but now Umpty's here as well. Double knockup just to disengage. As Razork, he's like, I don't care about what you guys are doing. I'm taking the grubs here.
Yeah,
And,
Fight for it. No.
yeah, he'll get one, but he
You've
does
got a
have to
600
eventually get
gold
over the
lead.
wall.
Okay, okay.
And, you know, slight advantage goes over the side of TL, but not a huge victory at the end of the day, as Scorchade almost stops that back. That would have been very nice.
honestly, here, Valdez, looking at it, I'm very hopeful for how Team Liquid is going to be able to play this one out.
I am
one
actually
of the things
too.
we're seeing at MSI is that Fnatic was generally getting the better of them in the laning phases. We are seeing right now that, yes, Oscar does have a CS lead
have
up the
been
top
hopeful.
side, but the gold lead is going in favor of Team Liquid, and we saw that during the last international event. Team Liquid was a little bit better at playing a lot of the mid game. Poor JJ does need to be a bit careful.
They're getting a lot of damage here on a
Adding
Cortez.
damage,
Razork again is like, again, I don't care about what you guys are doing. I am getting objectives, I'm getting money, I'm getting experience.
Won the first
He's gonna find
go.
Cortez in his own jungle.
I mean, we kind
That's
of,
first
okay,
blood.
Alistar got it,
does
but
go
you
over
kind
June
of took that
somehow,
mid-trade
as he
for
didn't even
fun,
use
did we
Ignite,
not?
But that is still a huge first blood here for Fnatic to kind of catch up on some of the small edges that were going the way of TL, but now Impact in a lot of trouble, has
he
to
can't
flash
stay stable.
away as Oscar and able to stabilize very nicely up on the top side.
Yeah, luckily the equalizer there will keep Impact okay. There will not be any huge pushes, but great play already coming out from Razork to create that first blood opportunity, knowing that JJ wanted to spend his time going back towards the bottom side of the map.
I think it's allowed.
Because that was Fnatic's turn, they used a couple ults, they used a lot of their pressure early on. It does mean that Team Liquid could take their turn, pick up this dragon, and keep the game slightly in their favor. They've got 2 of the grubs, they got the first dragon for themselves. It's not going to be an Infernal Soul, though. I think that was just a Series 1 kind of thing. At least NAEU, we're going to have to pick up something different.
Yeah, no, it's a bit hotter.
Like I
during the
said,
day.
we're cold
Now
gaming
it's
bot lane.
gotten into the nighttime. We're cooling off a little bit, maybe a little bit of a...
I mean, they just have so much
We'll have to wait
CC.
and see what does happen, as it won't be Cloud Soul.
Actually, we don't
at
have
least,
Flynn.
and I do hope that Ox is paying attention and we do not get a Chemtech Soul, the LCK special there. As Humanoid, you know, he's well and truly stabilized here in mid. He has his lost chapter. He's only down the 14 CS.
Stop showing bot lane.
Stayed
Doesn't
pretty
happen.
consistent. Actually, it's only 10 CS as he does clear out that wave. And he will be totally
Zuri
fine as
walks
this
into
game comes
Alistar
along, and
combo
will
range?
even begin
Maybe.
to exert some pressure. We'll keep a watch on the clock to see when he does hit level 16 as well.
It'll be a while,
S8 out of 16.
we did see
Monka.
that some of the games earlier
Monka
did
X.
go a little bit longer than I think people were expecting. 40 minutes for T1 BLG Game 1, but this is about the time when Team Liquid's starting to take a bit more control the last time these two teams went head-to-head. All right, he's fine. Yeah. This is about when Team Liquid started to take a little bit more control, because one of the things that
So
we
it's
oftentimes
empty
saw
in the
was
stadium.
that
It's 10
Fnatic
p.m.
were oftentimes
Actually,
reaching
no. The way it
really
works heavily
over
over there
these plays, but
is,
this one, they
since
don't have to
it's
reach too
so
hard. They
hot
have
during the
multiple
day,
strong ults that
people
you can throw
don't
at
start their
impact,
days
and
until like
not
noon,
flash.
but they're up until like 3 a.m.
The charm is going to come out, and that's a level 5.
He just got 6. You got to hit that stun. This is close.
But he finally hits
That was
level
easy.
6. Doesn't matter. He will
Put a
go
1 for
down
1. I
as
think he
Zone
has to.
is
He
taking
dies
a
here,
bunch
but
of damage, but Noah is alone.
Nice
in
for
a
it.
1v2.
Okay.
The flash comes
Boom!
out. The double kill, as we did
Boom!
on the top side as well. Oscar Rinnan also going to go
Let's
down.
go, bot gap.
That's a kill. That's 3 kills to TL in the span of 1 second.
What did I say, Brendan? This is exactly what we're looking at. This is a time when Team Liquid started to take over. I didn't expect it to be like this. The 2v2 just going in favor of Team Liquid. And
Why
having a
it,
great
huh?
counter gank up in the
I don't
top
hear
side
shit
of the
coming from
map.
them now, pussies.
Like you said, 3 kills and nearly a 2,000
You!
gold
Like I
pieces
said,
for
guys,
winning
it's only a
almost
6-hour
out
flight
of
back home.
nowhere. There's also opportunities here to start picking up
Probably
grubs,
flying Spirit
grubs and
Airlines,
give yourself
right?
an even larger advantage
Economy.
across the
Have
map.
fun, guys. Have
And
fun
it
to
feels
you.
as though everything Fnatic just tried to do, they were reaching in too many places at the same time, but now Razork, not even gonna try.
Yeah, just not really seeing the angle of CoreJJ also here. This is a 2v3 as well. We do have, though, Umti and Yun both joining in for this one eventually, and they're going to push them back.
So it's too hot during the
And,
day, so
you
they
know,
sleep in and they
know
stay up to like,
Wolf's not
if there are
here at the
places
moment
in
on the cast, but we
Riyadh,
can
then it
easily
closes to like
stamp that
3
as a
a.m.,
huge
4 a.m.
Seri, moments in this game. Already has 2 kills. And
Did we
might
just
take
see him
care
die
of
like
one, although
this?
CoreJJ very caught out. Okay, he's going to flash away and actually dash over to Yun. Meanwhile, Umti's just getting free Krugs, or Grubs rather, on the top side of the map, and will be enjoying that very well.
Yeah, and I really like these lane assignments that we're seeing coming out from Team Liquid as well. Already putting their dual lane here in the mid. They're sending AP
a lot
off
of
to
gold,
one
actually.
side. Mom says it's his turn to start taking plates up in the top side of the map instead of the mid lane. And it means that you have
They
all
are
this pushing power
heavy.
in both the lanes that are really relevant around the objective of the Grubs. And that means, hey, with 5 Grubs already going over, we'll talk about
and
that
we have
later. As
gaming.
Oscar, oh, it was not a counter gank, and they're trying to get
He died. I didn't even realize that
Yeah,
they're
they're
top that as
looking
well.
for Oscar in, and he is in a bunch of trouble.
They just
Already
flash
taking
here.
some poke
Oh,
from
he's
the
not. He
Ziggs as
fucked
the
up. He's
stun
not gonna be able to
will
flash. Oh, he has no
barely
ult.
miss him.
Wait, Diego has
But
ult.
Umti
Just
here with
flash.
this ult available should
fuck?
eventually get the stun, right? I mean, he's gonna be.
What the f are we doing? That's why I flame this guy all the time in solo queue. No offense. What are you doing? What are you doing? By the way.
You know that Umti was trying to use the ultimate to counteract Oscar's, but it just never came to fruition. We just saw Oscar blow him up out of nowhere.
What are you doing? Like, imagine being on that team watching that happen, by the way.
Doing a good job fighting back as Team Liquid, even though Mom said it was Zig's turn to go towards
Like,
the
that
top
entire
side of the
turret
map,
was
Team
gone,
Liquid's
by the
still
way.
doing a
You either
fantastic
play it
job,
patient,
really beating up
crash
on
the
these
wave,
structures
he misses the
across
entire
map,
wave with the turret,
and
guaranteed kill.
we finally get to
Like,
and
there's the
top
wave
side
crashing.
again.
He misses. It's
I
Ziggs
wanna
with
see the
5
best
grubs
TC
plus
replay.
Ziggs. That's all gone.
Yeah. No.
I mean, that's just one of those, like, hands checks. Like, do you have the reaction speed to dodge out in the chain of corruption? And the answer this time was no. And now APA, can you handshake your way out of this one?
So Satchel going to be very important. He's
He
trying to
flashes
get away
Alistar
from
combo.
the
He lives.
Alistar here,
He lives.
essentially. Can he get out of range? He eventually does have to flash. But you can see that it's going to be a very big summoner taken down. As the Ziggs, the Satchel is huge for getting away from threats, but no flash now.
And if
Might
he
make side
wants
laning
to
much more
R
difficult for him.
Flash ever.
As the action never stops here. I'm sorry, you don't get
It's still a trade.
too much as they're
are they
getting
doing?
on in onto the Zeri. They get the shutdown and even get CoreJJ. As immediately this game is turned on its head again as Fnatic pick up 2 kills.
said,
It's
the
a
Viego
complete
picks
script
dog shit in the
reversal
player's ass.
immediately.
Is what it is.
Last time we saw that Team Liquid was so much better at trying to find opportunities where Fnatic was overreaching, but this
Like,
time
just a
it's Team
solo
Liquid
throw.
who's
Like,
doing the
that
exact
gold
same
swing is
thing.
even
They're
more than
trying
it
to
shows
find
him
moments to
dying
be
there.
very
It's so bad.
aggressive, and Fnatic are the ones
Such
who
a
are
terrible death.
punishing them for just finding out, right? They're sticking around just a little bit too long. Yes, they're gonna get themselves another dragon. Yes, they got 5 grubs, which means that
Are they
Twitch
muted?
chat
I
is gonna be
can't
on
hear
their
now. I'm
side,
still
kicking
here,
these
piece of
down.
shit. I don't give a
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the ult over the top as Oscar Rinnan is
Yeah,
just
I'm
going
still
to be
here.
burned
That
down. Has a
dog
lot
shit.
of damage, but
This guy's running.
doesn't have
This
a very large health bar.
Oscar
As
guy
immediately
is
just
low-key
2
running
ults
it, by
on
the way.
his face. And
Playing
it is
without a
Pentax,
brain
so
should have more
I
deaths.
thought Ox was paying attention, but I guess not. we might have more action in the top side. I would not be surprised, as NAEU does not disappoint. This is exactly what I was expecting, Joshi.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Looking at how these two teams are constantly looking to fight each other is very similar to what we were looking at before. Team Liquid has not turned down hands checks, and they are really playing with fire right now.
Yeah, careful.
They don't really have to stay here. I mean, they have a Ziggs in bottom lane getting huge amounts of value, but I guess they feel safe. They have the Rumble up there on the top side.
Like, AP is massive, by the way.
And, you know,
I think that turret falls. Bro, APA is massive. He's up 3,000 gold on Caster, by the way. They gave APA his one trick. We're fine.
With this trade is maybe looking for a bit more. Oscar Innen does have flash, but
oh my god, he's dead as well.
He's just gonna get flash on. There's no escape for him. Tries to do a bunch to APA, but it does not matter, as he will also collect a kill.
Yeah, really not going to be letting the same mistake
happen. They didn't ban all of APA's champs.
They had to go and try and fight Oscar.
You know, they egoed it too, because they first rotation banned Tristana and Corki. They're like, no, you don't gotta ban his Ziggs, it's fine. I have a sick counter.
But the Yordle Demolition Derby is really starting to come through.
Locks in
One of the things
Cassidy.
I love about watching APA over the past couple of years is just his
no prio ever.
To know
down to
how
7
Ziggs
turrets.
Works in a way that a lot of other teams really don't. You've seen him have incredible base defenses. He's like, yeah, I'm Ziggs. I have 4 items. You can't push even with Baron. I don't care. Yeah, we are going to push this out. I'm still Ziggs. I'm going to take down every single turret. I don't care that you're taking down my top side because I have people who are still able to watch the demolition.
They have 5 grubs and they have 2 dragons. What the is this Razorok guy doing? He has no, I mean, he has no prio mid.
Game 2 between VLT.
This top's losing. Dead again. Ziggs, this guy's running it down, by the way. This Oscar guy. What a bum. What a joke. This is EU's fucking, what seed? Top 2?
Yeah, I'm Varus without flash. I guess I just die again.
My bad. This is one of the things that I had an opportunity to interview Impact before we actually came.
Ziggs is 2.5 items at 60 minutes.
About Oscar is that Oscar is a great laner, but not necessarily a great top laner, because Impact was saying he feels as though Oscar is oftentimes in the wrong place at the wrong time. Team Liquid has really been showcasing that right now as they've caught him out.
This turret's gonna fall with that Ziggs W as well.
It might just be Impact's opinion, but I feel like he's doing.
Wait, he's gonna get top as well? Oh my god, he gets top as well.
I mean, you said the full court press.
Holy shit!
And he will, but it's a flash.
Umti dies again, but at this point, just get carried, little bro.
Their top turret, so it's just extra gold.
They play with AK during Twitch Rivals.
And the base is already going down. It's only 16.5 minutes into
guys,
the
they
game,
have one tier like outside next base turret.
Yeah, and I love watching.
They might lose this game in 20 minutes.
All this is happening,
by force.
Nickel and dime Fnatic for everything. It's like, Razork, I see you're going for those chickens, but I want a little bit of that, you know? It's like taking one out of the cookie jar and just making sure you can get a little bit. But for
why they
really
ego the Ziggs?
Just Team Liquid just trading up ever so slightly every single time.
They really thought
these two teams go
they had the counter. That's
because
crazy.
he's gotten both inner turrets in the top lane and the bottom lane. That's 1,400 gold going to just one little Yordle. That is the entire needlessly large rod. He is so close to the Rabadons that he's starting to build towards, whereas Humanoid doesn't even have the Seraphs.
Yeah. And, I mean, we talked about this Kassadin and, you know, how eventually it'll get online and might make the life hard of the Ziggs, but, you know, eventually if AP just gets so inflated and the team's so far ahead, I don't think it's going to matter all too much. Now we get a 1v1 between these two. Humanoid's like, I'm strong, I swear, but no, you're only
like I said, the Kin stack MR, but
pretty well
at a certain point it's too late.
And
they're losing this turret as what are they doing?
They're losing another turret for free. Nobody's here. Nobody's clearing the wave.
They're down 5 turrets.
Say thank you very much. I'll take another one.
Yeah, it's not often that you backdoor the front door. As we're seeing
now, wait, maybe it's the plan. Now Team Liquid literally has nothing to do because all the turrets are gone already. What a joke of a region.
On the map, and this gold lead is becoming very
relegate these guys to a minor region. This shit's sad.
The death cap, the 3rd item.
Ziggs has 3 items at 18 minutes.
You know, Humanoid is technically 3/4.
Oh my god, you waste everybody's time.
16, but unfortunately, each level actually gets harder and harder. You need more and more experience. And I don't think Fnatic really has an easy way back into this. We're going to have to see something Herculean like we saw Team or T1 do.
All right, they're giving 3rd dragon.
Kind of turnaround from this. The Kassadin pick that we saw coming out on R5 really not paying dividends at all.
Yeah, I mean, they just had to stabilize.
I think they're coping in like just
it was looking okay. They were keeping it even, but you know, just a couple of things went wrong, and all of a sudden,
one item.
they found themselves down 6 turrets to 1. and you don't really get to farm. I mean, they're losing their entire jungle. And yes, they might lose the Chemtech Soul. It's not a huge deal at this point in time, especially for the comp we see from the side of TL, but you know, it's extra dragons, it's extra benefits that will be permanent, and you're still going to feel good about that as Team Liquid. The only question I have is how quickly do they want to start up this Baron? As we do see Razork already trying to prepare for that. He's trying to get some deep vision in and trying to get some control over this map. But now we're just going to have a fight as it is, and Alistair out of position, and Young just going to avoid that one.
Nice flank. I don't know if Kassadin's strong enough. I don't think that flank does anything. Kassadin's not strong enough.
Do something in this game, but I don't think he's going to have a chance to do that. It's a very nice ultimate here from the side of Cortez. And now Umpty's getting resets, and this team
beautiful rumble.
Is all Team Liquid all the way. As from downtown, you've got Rumble ultimates, you've got Ziggs ultimates, and nobody can get away.
We have an answer.
You are trash.
We got an answer to that question.
I put them bottom on my list.
Well, turns out right on spawn. 20 minutes into the game, we see a couple more kills go their way. They're gonna be.
I mean, they almost got perfect game, realistically.
Nothing that Fnatic can do.
Take out all the kills.
Oh, this is just honestly a kind of domination play coming out.
It's a curb stop.
I was expecting that this series was going to be a little bit closer, but it feels as though Team Liquid's map movements have just been better. I can't wait to see a replay so we can see their map movements with their ring around the rosy, just keeping Humanoid at arms. Like it's like that big brother, you know, palm on the forehead, trying to keep him away, and Humanoid never got a chance. He's not been able to do anything else, and we finally get to take a look at this because Humanoid puts his way back in, and it looks like a fantastic spot. But the rest of Fnatic can't continue pushing Team Liquid.
Not really. Look at Sejuani. He's like running in circles, by the way.
Giant stone
holy f, what are we even doing? What the f did I just watch Sejuani do?
I was watching live as that was going on. Humanoid took the middle of the super and the Mega Bomb from the Ziggs, and now he's just dead, I think. I mean, he is going to Rift Walk away
flash.
once, but
not going to bother.
not a second time. He's not level 16 again. And it's funny, you know, I was saying the comp from TL, well, they don't have a lot of hard lockdown for this cast, and it might be an issue. They just totally ignore him until they feel like killing him.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's trying desperately to side lane and to split push, but it's kind of funny just to watch it be totally useless in this game as TLR just feels like they're just trying to
Jesus, that Zig auto. Holy fuck.
They're trying to take down inhibitors 21 minutes in.
Woo! Sejuani, don't play too well, brother.
I'm not able to hit that.
Don't play too well.
Finally, the
oh, he killed him. That's disgusting.
As they do get that pick, but take
another turret.
Just the
Jesus.
hitting both Oscar Renan and Noah. They're just out of the fight. Now Oscar Renan, he is going to hold on to his flash. I mean, I don't think he's holding on to his base for very long.
No, I mean, even with Impact going down, this is what we were seeing with all the other structures. It's like, okay, cool, you get a kill, you get a little bit here and there, but Team Liquid's going to take even more. That's 2 inhibitor turrets and an inhibitor in exchange for just Impact. And I feel like the thing that tells me the most about this game is what Oscar's second item is that he's building, right? The fact that it is Seeker's arm guard, building towards a Zhonya's as the second item, just kind of tells me that there's not an opportunity for them to do enough damage as they just wail away on Impact for so long.
I think Impact could have lived.
It takes a 4-on-1 effectively before the rest of Team Liquid comes through, and then they still get all the objectives.
I mean, they're down 10,000 gold.
It's also funny, too, because I was talking about the Zeri moments. Jan immediately got shut down after that, and you know, he's really fed. It just doesn't feel like he's the main character at all. They don't even really, you know, he's doing a good job. Not saying that he's not, but it's really just about the Ziggs,
I know Kassadin's
the
level 14.
those two just putting in the poke
do?
damage from ahead and essentially just bursting people down before anything really happens and taking the entire base. You know, their siege is incredible with just those 2 champions, not to mention the rest of the squad, right? So now, trying to move in as a squad is Team Liquid. There is no inhibitor there, but just trying to
in the bot lane.
Trying to go on over to the bot lane.
I do like the fact that they walk in the mid lane just because it forces Fnatic to respond to everything else they're doing. You don't need minions to actually take down this inhibitor either.
If he's playing safe, he doesn't have flash.
Even though it's still getting closer, it goes in.
Yeah, I'm seeing a little bit of trouble, but immediately the follow-up comes in from Cortez. The poke is there. June is low. Razork is low. He's trying to get away. And June is not very long for this world. Umpty does get that reset. And again,
force in. They might be able to force in with Ziggs.
He's like, guys, I swear I'm trying to help. He's not going to get much value there. as he just gets pushed out of the
He
fight.
just gets an
And
auto
Team
on this
Liquid
turret.
Maybe trying to, we had a very long game as you mentioned before, maybe trying to give us our shortest game yet as we're looking at 24 minutes and they're already chipping away at the base. The Satchel gonna take down a Nexus turret already.
The fact that they just walk in, AP throws down the Satchel, and then they do all the damage to the turret just shows how far ahead Team Liquid really is. They go there and they just force Fnatic into their own base, meaning that there's no opportunity for Fnatic to even think about trying to come out and contest this Chem Tech Soul. Now, Johnny Depp has taught me that one soul is not always equal to another.
Cassidon's pinging top wave or what? You got a TP top, bro?
Taking another look at this last fight. I think the biggest thing again here is Humanoid goes in, realizes this is not where I want to be, and never re-enters the fight, and so it just leaves June and Razor just by themselves. A little bit of damage over the wall from Oscar and Noah, but nowhere near enough to dissuade Team Liquid.
He did it. TP top. Oh. There's comms.
And yeah, we'll just have to wait and see how the rest of this game is going to go. It is going to be pretty interesting to see if Fnatic can somehow come back down 10,000 gold, down an entire Chemtech Soul.
Oh, I can hear comms.
And it's it's going
to
be really
2K champ damage or
to
under?
see,
it's like 5K.
Trying to pull teeth here,
5 to 8K.
Essentially, maybe we get some
farmed a
Baron
bit.
flip or something like that, but really, it's just
And
in the
they're
hands
even giving
of
him
Team
jungle
Liquid
camps.
and
Little
in
bro,
their
he ain't making it.
control as to if they're going to be able to hold on to this game.
Yeah, Humanoid so close to level 16. That's going to be the one maybe opportunity we have for Humanoid to try and do something in this one. But unfortunately, the composition that I really like from Fnatic just not able to do anything. And now Team Liquid,
Are they going?
as they're
They're
creating
just trying
all
to
the
force
pressure,
mid
they're really just
in.
waiting
They don't
for
give a
the
shit
Baron
about top.
Yeah, definitely a good idea. I mean,
They have a little bit
the
laziness. They gotta be
timing-
careful.
Oh yeah, they're just gonna send it. Okay, they're looking for Noah as he is gonna ult away, but immediately
That's a
Upteam
lot of
does get
damage.
into that back line, and the front line
Acid,
is
he flanked, might kill him here.
Oscar in a lot of trouble. Humanoid desperately trying to hit level 16 as he's sitting on 15.
this?
And
Oh, he
now
does.
we do still have this Cassidon.
Close,
No,
close.
he's
Nice
gone.
try.
Okay, never mind.
That was cute. That was cute. All right, GG.
Down he goes,
EU.
and I
There's
think
game
the
one.
Nexus is going to
Start
follow
packing,
very
bro.
soon here. Team Liquid looking
Just start the
for
game
an
instantly. Just
extremely
start. We know how it's gonna end.
dominant
Just start the next
first
game
win
instantly.
over
And they lost red
Fnatic
side. They got last
here
pick,
at the
lock in whatever the
EWs.
they locked in.
Present
They last
League
picked
of Legends, and they
Cassidon
will take down
and
their
got
first Nexus
fist
of the
by
series.
APA.
Look, I was hoping Team Liquid was going to win. I was hoping that we got to get a little bit more of a fight. That just felt as though Team Liquid was always in the right places on the map.
EU.
Well, guys,
EU.
EU,
how you feel right now, EU? Another loss. The greatest goddamn country on earth. Damn. Feels bad for you, not me. You realize it's a 4-5 tourney and EU is trying to make it best of 5? Here's your list, hater. Yeah, that was an insta-lock cast, by the way. Like, not even like 5 seconds on the timer, like, passed. They just insta-locked it in. They felt like Chad is... Yeah, epic. Show us voice comms. Drop the voice comms, please. Respect. Damn, you hella mad in the chat, reflecting. Damn. Calm down, guys. It gets better. Or it doesn't. Winning here now, Team Liquid or Fnatic, like I said the whole time, TL. Why is EU mad at us for them being bad? It is what it is.
In the Battle of the Atlantic, West versus West, EU versus NA, it is Team Liquid taking the game decisively. One of our fastest games so far here at EWC. Team Liquid on the back of APA, coordination as Jan cleans things up. Maybe not right there, Humanoid.
T1 won the first series.
16. But look at that. Rumble staying alive there as Impact has done for over a decade now. And the rest of Team Liquid push on in, get themselves the victory in game number 1.
Bro, both of my teams gonna win today. TL and T1.
Yes, and Fnatic got some questions to answer, and they only have one game to do it. Degon alongside Ox and Atlas, the AA. Yeah, they're right here to break it on down. What a start here for Team Liquid here, Ox.
Yeah, it looked like Fnatic, my expectation was Fnatic was here for revenge, but it looked like Team Liquid just wanted to reiterate the point. And
what's the point? What is that point? What is that point?
Looking like NA over EU right now.
Yes, bro.
Saying, you know, this looked super one-sided. Yeah, it's only one game in, but like, this was such a crushing defeat. And sure, you can definitely say Fnatic brought out some wacky stuff in draft, but really, like, this felt like they had no hope.
Yeah, it
best
felt
of
like
three.
an experiment from Fnatic, because as you can see in the draft here, the first pick Rumble was already
Can we
really
show
dangerous.
how
to
he
leave that
embarrassed
one up.
himself and
But then there's
insta-locked
also
gas,
the
please?
fact that this team loves to play around.
Can you
Ziggs
re-show
in the
that,
mid lane,
please?
And Umpty's a great, what's the guy's name again?
Viego.
It's Viego. It's Vi with an ego. Viego is
Show
one
it,
of
come
Umpty's
on.
most played champions.
Wow,
and
they're
he's
actually gonna
playing
show
for
it.
an
Watch. Quarter J
moments of
locks in. Watch
time.
this.
And so seeing the Rumble
Locks
first pick,
in.
you saw how the draft was going to play out from then on. And so I was thinking Fnatic knows what to expect.
Locks in
from
right
this point
now.
on, and it was
2 seconds pass.
really the
Insta
right
lock in
pick.
Cassidy.
Yeah, and I can understand the theory behind both the Virus and the Cassidy. You know, the Virus,
Embarrassing.
once you're level 6, is a really strong 1v1 laner, but into a Ziggs, you're always going to be vulnerable to those ultimates. And the Cassidin into the
I
Ziggs
mean,
matchup,
if you've
that's
seen
actually a
some,
pretty
wait,
solid matchup
oh, I thought this
because
was
you
YouTube.
can just kind of
I was gonna try and rewind. If you've seen some of these
he's not really
fights-
going to solo kill you, and later on,
By the way,
you're a menace.
That
But that's
Sejuani was
assuming
running
the
in
game
circles.
isn't
I think
over
he was
by
a
the
bit
time he
dizzy.
hit level 16, and he was just getting flattened. The amount of gold Appa managed to get was just insane.
Yeah, well, also what doesn't help are your lanes losing. Here on the bottom side of the map, in the 2v2, we talked about it. Jun and Noah, very, very good during the regular season of LEC. Not so good here
And they got
against
2v2.
the most aggressive part of Team Liquid squad.
Yeah, and I think the big thing here is how much damage is done to the Alistar before the ult comes through. The
he wasn't
disengage,
sick.
fantastic there. But also, you just have to respect the level 6 from the Zeri. It's one of the biggest power spikes. The amount of times I've seen a Zeri tick over the 6 and immediately start a fight, and you're seeing why there.
Yeah, and the theory is that they'd hit level 6 on the Alistair. He was 5 at the start of that fight. The theory was they hit level 6 by killing some minions in the minion wave, and then he's going to surprise them with the ultimate.
Wait, I
He
didn't even
hit
see
level
this
6
play.
when he had about 10 health. And so it didn't
Wait,
work.
ew.
Like the idea, the gameplay, and I don't even think it
Wait,
would have worked if
ew.
they had have managed to nail that level 6.
Is this
goal.
Razarak guy
And
supposed to
because
be
of that,
good, by the
down on
way?
top
I don't
side
know.
of the map, the gank gets
I am not
countered,
impressed by
and
the way he played
all
that
of a
game,
sudden
I gotta
you're
say.
losing lanes all
Razarik
over
or
the place,
whatever?
which then leads us to
Dude, good
the next
player.
highlight where APA then has time to go into the side lane. He gets his bot lane
Sometimes
turret,
good
and
junglers
you
can't play
kinda wonder what
Sejuani. It's like a
Oscarin's
weird
doing
thing.
there.
Yeah,
Because
this is the power of the Ziggs.
it's not like
the
an
ability
ego
to
pick.
take those
It's
towers
just like a
so quickly, get
good
a
team
tier 2
pick.
this early. But then also Oscarin overextended, thinks he's safe to pick up some farm, and he did not have
Yes,
a
he's
good
supposed to be
game
good.
here.
He's good in
and now
EU.
you have this super fed Ziggs, and this is the problem. Playing in a mobile
It's
champion
Razor-
into not just a
Razor
Ziggs,
King.
but a Rumble ends up going so brutally.
Yeah, and that was one harpoon was enough CC to set up instantly killing him. And a lot of that is off the back of the fact that Ziggs gets to play around this early game that goes so well, destroys all of the turrets. Like, that inner turret going down, on the other side of the map, it was traded for the outer turret top lane. The difference in gold there is absolutely absurd, and you can see how much AVA was able to pick up. Like, it was just ridiculous.
Yeah, and so after he took that tier 2 tower bot and got the first kill,
sir, they are Freedom Fighter.
He was 2,000 gold ahead of Yon, who had the second most gold in the game.
Biggest flipper ever. Sometimes he's the best jungle in EU, sometimes he's dog shit.
And he had expensive items.
I don't watch any LEC.
Completely carried that game.
Yeah, so rare to see a player be so synonymous with the champion that isn't normally in the meta. And now Ziggs.
Everybody act tough when they up. Bro, I was acting tough when we were. It was even.
Fnatic still
have a
puncher's chance, and we've seen in the 3 games before that there's always that one moment to get back into the game. Fnatic in this next highlight find a TP play, but Team Liquid just find their way out of it so coordinatedly.
And there is always the Monka W pointing at a watch. You know, like that always exists in a game with Kassadin in it.
Dropping Twitch emotes, IRL? God damn.
Just never really came to fruition in this one.
Monka W watch.
TL played so incredibly well around what Humanoid was trying to do this game.
This fight. Watch him this fight. Look what he's doing. Watch what he does this fight.
At the perfect time, just to dodge away from that CC.
Okay, we choose to walk this way.
So well together.
What is he doing?
And then when the TP
what the f? Look at this.
They're moving away. They're moving.
What is he doing actually?
They're playing aggressive, and we see this aggressive.
What the f? I would honest to God think this guy was win trading. If I seen that in solo queue, by the way, I'm doing everything in my power to get that guy's banned. Literally doing nothing.
Wasn't there for the beginning of that fight.
Literally.
Was already
like that looks like a win trader.
The fact that even Impact holding on to the equalizer there for when the fight sort of breaks out in earnest. It was beautiful.
That's the fight I was talking about.
And really just shows TL has leveled up that that communication to a pretty high level.
Yeah, I think it showed also the importance.
Like cut himself off from the fight.
He's landing the ability.
I mean, at that point, you might as well flash to proc your Zeeks in them.
A very slick one behind the Drake pit, which was really good. But then after that, when he missed, the team comp was so difficult to function, which then leads us to the final fight. By this point, they're behind. Team Liquid know what to do. They clean it on up here.
But I love this Rakan engage, catching the Alistar with the CC with the focus. Is this Kai'Sa just gets obliterated so quickly, and the TP comes in from Humanoid, but you've already lost your 80 carry, and sure, you managed to take some kills on the back end, but you're not winning this fight.
Yeah, and I mean, this was honestly like wallets coming down like a piano out of the second floor. Like, this was just ludicrous amounts of advantage. It was over about 12k or something like that. And I love that we get our first shellacking of EWC, and it's Spawn's team that does it, the man that defined what a shellacking is in League of Legends.
Embarrassing. Start the next game.
Yeah, absolutely. Just a crushing victory.
Get this shit
and
over
I feel
with.
like going into the next game, I feel like a lot of advantages were gained from the draft. Obviously, it was a strong team performances in the game, but Fnatic experimented. It's dangerous to do in best of 3 because you don't have much time to navigate. Clearly didn't come together well, and it's a combination of that picks maybe not working in an ideal situation, but also you gave too much power to Team Liquid. They got everything they wanted.
I mean, again, there's a little bit of hands action going on there, but
Ziggs will have to be a big thing to look out for. We're gonna take a short break. When we come back, game number 2 of this best of 3 series.
Kids. There's delay. Your trip doing not bad. It's too hot for you? Dude, like I said, I went to Germany again. Like, I had a Germany layover. They don't have AC in their airports. Apparently, they don't have AC anywhere. It just doesn't exist. Not a thing. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't get hot in Germany. It was hot in the airport, bro. It was hot in the airport. Where you at right now? I'm at my house. AC. You invested AC when it's 50 Fahrenheit 9% of the time? Doesn't matter, bro.
Well, that was a game of all time, an extremely
Had the
fast
option.
win from the side of Team Liquid. And as Atlas was saying, a shellacking defined by the one and only Spawn himself. And now we're getting into game number 2 here. The draft starting in just a moment.
Yes, guys, we're gonna leave up the Ziggs, you think?
We're not gonna see Kassadin again, Joshi.
I don't know. The last time we saw Humanoid play Kassadin was a year and a half ago, so it didn't necessarily have the results I think that they wanted.
I have 100 points. Put them all on it.
One interesting, and Team Liquid was willing to just call their bluff. But as we get into this one yet again,
all in.
We are going to be taking away Razork's Vi. That has been by far the most common thing banned up against Fnatic, and basically since Razork started playing. And this is now.
Oh my God, they're gonna ego the Ziggs again.
Because
okay, it looks like on blue side they're not banning
wacky counter picks. Team Liquid, not so much.
Ziggs or Tristana Corki.
I mean, they tried to show
they got Tristana.
Wacky counter picks. It totally fell flat on their face, and it's a best of 3. You already lost hard on red side. I think, you know, go ahead, just send it on blue side, see what happens. I think it's a good call as the bans here
can go Ziggs again.
A little bit different.
Corki's
we
open.
380
I think if they're whoever, if they're, I think they're daring him to go Corki.
The Corki, the Tristana, and the Lucian.
No, they have first pick.
This time, just the Tristana taken away.
So maybe they're happy with the Corki.
And a couple of
them going Corki.
Taken from
and then
Humpty.
APA picking
I love
Ziggs.
that APA already.
Yeah, there's the Corki. But APA does. I think Ziggs is perfectly fine against Corki. They don't gotta pick it right now, but
the Corki, like you said, going over towards Humanoid, and APA has typically been a Tristana counter picker into the Corki. Now. He's not really necessarily had a lot of games on things like the Hui or the Yone, which are also very common ones coming through. It actually makes me wonder if APA might go back to one of his tried and true specials, the Aurelion Soul.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see if he does hop onto that. They are going to pick up the Rumble to start off with this one. We saw that as first pick on blue side from TL in game number 1, so they say, well, not a whole lot has changed. We're still going to pick this one up for impact. He looked fantastic on it. We saw Fnatic try to answer it with Varus top.
Nothing. I literally didn't miss
anything.
anything.
Like early on in the lane, it was good, but eventually, the second the junglers got involved, we saw it coming through in a big win for TL. But now we're going to see the Lucian picked up here.
I've heard very conflicting things depending on who you ask about how good Lucian is in the mid lane. Some people really like it. They think it's a great counter pick to Corki, and other people are like, why are we playing this Lucian? So I think it's very good that Team Liquid are leaving it open as whether or not it's going to APA or if it's going to be playing by Yan. But very quick counter picks coming through. We do see Oscar.
What stream today? No, I DC'd like 3. I think my internet cord like 5 times.
Both he and Impact played it in their last time.
So stream reset
up against each other. And now this is something that I would love to see yet again. More marksmen coming out from both sides of the draft. The Lucian already picked up by Team Liquid, and
I don't know. I like Fnatic's comp this one.
Just really deal a lot more auto attack damage. But instead, he's gonna be the Nami going down to the bot lane.
Yeah, the Nami coming out here.
Lucian Nami.
Auto attacks from that champ.
Yeah, Lucian Nami are.
Put me on Lucian. I win that game.
Going to be coming together once again, you would imagine. Let's see what these bans look like. As you know, the Ornn, not a very common counter pick into the Rumble in my region in the LCK. But
it really hasn't been since Ornn lost the shield on his Bella's Breath.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been kind of a long time. You know, these two would just breathe
blind
fire
pick
at each
Ornn's
other
not bad.
over and over again. But now that Ornn doesn't automatically just win those trades, it is very difficult. And this is something that feels as though Team Liquid
it's not blind, it's
put
Rumble
a lot
top.
of prep
I mean, they know they could swap. It could be Rumble jungle.
A lot of these different situations where he is playing a tank, it's just something that Impact can punish him on. And now you just have to make sure that you can isolate.
You can also Rumble fucking support. You can Rumble mid.
By putting a lot more bans in towards Razork. He's already taken.
There's actually a lot. It could be Rumble. It could be
this game alone, and it's looking like Team Liquid are ready to put a 5th one into the jungler.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too surprising. But they are going to instead ban the LeBlanc, and we'll see what happens with that. Maybe expecting the Corki heading down towards the bottom side. I'm curious about what Umti is going to be playing in the jungle here. The Viego, you know, he played it in game number 1, looked very good alongside of the Rumble, but this time around, banning it away themselves.
Okay, now they ban Zig.
Going to be banned here, so they say, well, we don't want to deal with Rumble and Ziggs, and also just the culling on top of it all, which would make things very annoying in terms of their poke.
Pronounce her name.
It does feel interesting. We did see the Rumble and the Ziggs. They do pair very well with the magic shred that the Rumble does provide, but this time, I do feel as though we are.
Zin, I actually like the Zin pick. I think that champ's so good.
It is going to be the Xin Zhao locked in very quickly, and this leaves not a lot
of
Kha'Zix that Razork is necessarily known for playing. It
Ooh, don't go
an
Skarner, bro.
Opportunity to play something like the Kha'Zix because you do have a lot of that dueling power. There are some squishy members on the other side of Team Liquid, but it kind of loses the identity, I feel like, for a lot of what
Damn, they lock those picks fast.
Does mean that they're going to be picking up.
So what do we got here? Mage bot lane. Where are they going?
Well, so we don't know exactly where the
Corki bot
just yet.
Hoi bot lane broken.
To see where all of this is going to land as one pick remains. And
damn, they've got double flex.
I'm guessing it should be in the mid lane for the side of Team Liquid, as they save R5 for the Taliyah, which
I don't like.
First time today that we're seeing that.
I kind of don't like. Okay, so never mind. I thought it was Taliyah against Corki.
Pretty popular, but it is going to be APA hopping back onto this one himself.
Yeah, another double magic damage composition coming out from Team Liquid. We did see that the eastern regions were very much a fan of one magic damage source, but this time Team Liquid once again bringing that out, and APA is also a classic Taliyah player. Before, people knew him as a Ziggs player. They knew him as a and Taliyah player. He would roam around the map a lot. This is an opportunity to reprise some of those previous opportunities. But like you called out as well, Valdez, we are seeing the core.
I think Ornn's easier to play than Rumble. I think Kha'Zix easier to play. I think Zin's easier to play than Kha'Zix.
Possible from both Yon and
mid lane about even.
And of course, Noah and June can fire it right.
Bot lane's even as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
I would not be surprised to see them butting heads down there once again.
Pretty close.
As we are going to get the fist bumps.
I think this game's going to come down to hand gap.
We do hop onto the Rift here for game number 2 in the second series we have tonight for the Esports World Cup. And the first one was very one-sided. I'm hoping that game number 2 provides us with a little bit more back and forth, a little bit more competitive. I wouldn't mind. Or is it just going to be the 2-0 win over to the side of TL? What are you expecting?
2-0. Send them home, boys.
I am really hoping that Team Liquid wins, but it's at least a close win. You know, we get to see an opportunity for both teams to kind of build up with a decisive battle all at once, instead of Team Liquid just getting 5,000 gold lead because nobody's contesting them in the side lanes. But as we do wait for them to load onto the Rift, it is going to be a game that I think is going to be.
I don't think I've seen too many Corkis in pro play.
There's a lot of opportunity for them to interact with all the lanes. And
you have official streams. I see his co-streams. This is official stream. US Gold or
they absolutely can as
Esports World Cup Gold.
Just getting ready for game number 2. And,
wait, what I say? I meant
trying to take a shout out to them once again.
Wait, what am I talking about?
And we are getting ready for game number 2 here in this series between Team Liquid and
no, I don't
Fnatic.
see Corki
Fnatic
bot lane
over to the blue side after
in professional play. I see a mid lane
on
only.
The red side and hoping not to relive.
What did I say? I don't remember what I said.
Of what has happened between these two teams in the past bunch of matchups, especially that last one over at MSI. As getting ready here. Not sure what to expect from this Ornn. It certainly does feel like you have an immense amount of target acquisition with not only the Nautilus, but also the Ornn, and then you've got fantastic burst potential with the other 3 members.
Oh, I said I don't see Corki much in pro play. No, I mean, I don't see Corki bot lane much in pro play. That's what I meant.
Razork actually is able to navigate this. We saw that Humanoid trying to find their angles into a lot of these fights later on, but not necessarily
keeping it basic early.
Quite as known for playing that assassin playstyle. I generally think of him as playing a lot more of those battle mages, whereas this is something where Razork
we're fishing for our first strike proc.
And that was a bit of surprise there coming out from Yon. I don't think I've ever seen the AD carry go for that.
That's a bit aggressive. No fishing.
We used to see that fairly often.
What the hell?
Where are people? How deep of a ward can I put? But this is a bit of a change from Team.
That was a bit odd.
Yeah, we saw him actually emoting through the brushes, maybe trying to
see Liquid special.
Yeah, see if he could get some kind of reaction.
Corgi has Halo Blades. Ooh, shit. That's a terrible trade.
And immediately take a ton of damage. And
it's not too bad.
Yeah, okay. Well,
HP on support versus HP on AD carry, but they have Nami heal.
But trying to get things started off early. We mentioned the amount of burst damage that comes out from both of these sides is once again looking to just
this is really bad
into the action here. But
that's bad.
Not looking good for them.
Jungle's pathing bot lane.
The fact that June has missed both those hooks in a row.
Protege walking up, they have bush control.
So much extra pressure.
They don't want to ward that bush.
Because you're trading, but you also have to remember
ward
that
it.
Team Liquid is.
Ooh, that was.
Flash. Okay, they're just trying to kill you on here, and it might just work out.
I think he's dead.
One last shot.
Oh!
To the Lucian
Okay!
Of all players, as now Noah's alone. He's trying to get the kill on a core JJ.
Look at his barrier for free here. He's trying to get level 2.
He can't even get the Nami. Okay, he hits level 2, and now one last
Oh!
And I mean,
you suck ass.
Things so much worse for the Fnatic bot lane.
Oh god, that is horrifying coming through. Team Liquid, they accept the hand check, and they came out so far ahead on that one. Unfortunately, that's another major blunder coming out from June.
Blunder, chess.
2v2s that we've been seeing. We saw last game going in as Alistar is still only level 5.
This bot lane is just winning 2v2 every time, by the way. Okay, let's see how Nautilus dies here.
Doesn't even die to the damage that Yan does in this
the
fight.
minions.
Just minion auto tags on the backside that take him down. This is just a very
look at the CS gap as well. They are fucked.
To take complete control of the game.
Wait, EU's getting fisted.
That is going to scale so well.
That's crazy. Spirit Airlines is like saying what? You think they already checked in to their flight? How are they boarding? Like boarding group 7 or something? Damn. Boarding group 7? They have to check in their luggage?
So
they're flying economy? Damn, that sucks for you, EU. Hey, at least it's only 7 hours. Only a 7-hour flight.
But, you know, thanks barrier, I suppose, and a nice couple of trades from the Team Liquid bottom lane just to help them get across the line and get a massive lead in this bottom lane. And now Umpty's here.
I have no subs.
Nobody's got flash. Nobody.
Oh, we should have been a little bit more patient. He didn't block the hook.
The one's hiding as now flash comes in from Umpty, and June is
still dead.
As the damage is
yep.
coming in
2? He could die.
Noah in a bit of trouble himself, takes a huge chunk of damage. And Umpty, he just full cleared and went bot. I mean, it's pretty elementary. As now Impact
flash, it's fine.
Will just flash away from that one.
Oh shit! Oh, what's that?
Razork trying to punish this one, gets a thumbs up from Impact as nothing is going right.
Bro,
for
this
EU
is
trash.
This is why I don't watch LEC. This shit is garbage.
I'm letting you know right
this is like what at the Japan server, like
there is
Antarctica server. What the? Bro, this is a major region.
Not only have gotten a couple of kills to their names as well, but they have a massive freeze. Noah cannot farm, and June trying to fight his way out of that. But look at
it's tough to watch.
Noah supposed to
realistically,
anything you need to get Razork to come down here to bail them out almost immediately, and that just
down 10 CS mid lane as well. 1v1.
The freedom to do whatever they want because this Corki is going to take forever to scale into the game.
Yeah, I mean, I love that after all of the action, we just get a quick look into the mid lane, and it's APA just miles ahead there as well. And yeah, I mean, they don't have vision. Umpty just gets a free gank on it. Nobody's got flash, and
I think the Fnatic might lose to Shopify.
Yeah.
Shop or whatever.
This just looks like
Rebellion.
I'm not gonna lie. Coming through, Impact.
This is
level 6,
a bad gameplay.
Just quite yet, but also pushing around the top side has already got his back off. Oscar can build the Negatron cloak without doing that.
It's true, bro.
It is just a complete domination, top to bottom. Only 6 minutes, not even 6 minutes in, as they're already going for Razork.
He has no flash. Does he have Minefield?
The wall from the Talia is excellent, and now they don't quite have the damage though. As finally they do take him down.
And they get his flash. Holy shit! It's a
as APA and Umpty were taking a huge amount of AoE damage from the Hui, but it's still going to be good for the side of Team.
Last call, boarding.
Onto the Kazakhs.
Flight 1137.
Every single lane, every single roll is winning for
Germany.
The side of Team Liquid.
We're also starting to see exactly why APA loves playing this Talia, why he's been playing it for so many years.
Talia, I think he might actually die if he had a flash. They would have had a flash later.
But also, they deny Humanoid half a wave in doing so. It's just 1-2 punch every single time across the board, and now we're seeing this.
By the way, guys, Corgi has 16 CS. You remember that game where I literally AFK'd because my Nautilus sucked, and I literally just left the game. And I was like walking around. I had more CS. Not even playing. Bro, is he even connected?
That Razork, you know, tried to make something happen on top side.
He's a professional.
All he gets is a thumbs up from Impact.
Bro, they flew out for this.
We got to dive on bot side. They know that Razork is on the top side of the map, and Noah is just in a lot of trouble.
Unless he dies too. Ooh, that's
and now we get a
nasty.
second kill over to the side of Fnatic. And through all of that, it does look like Gun should at least be able to take down the plate, and they deny even more CS away from Noah.
Noah at least finally gets a kill in all of these scuffles. He finally finds a little bit of extra gold.
I mean, he does miss the wave. Nice R, bro.
Plays, but Humanoid throws out an ult and goes wide, and that just means that Team Liquid finding more and more opportunities. The one silver lining, like you called out.
Maybe I do need to start watching LEC. I haven't laughed in a while.
To potentially take some opportunities later.
Maybe
Team Liquid, they go for this. They try and go into.
You know how like some movies are like horror,
this is not the cleanest
action
that we've seen ever, but like you said, it does at least accomplish a secondary goal.
Maybe EUS is like a comedy.
He's down over.
Just watch it when I need to laugh.
7.5 minutes in.
Yeah, I mean, he gets the one kill. It's hard to dive a Nautilus, but it feels like the benefits are just so large that you might as well. You might as well take a risky trade just to get yourself even farther ahead. And they have done just that. As we do see, you know, the Corki, he's trying desperately to hit 30 CS at 8 minutes into the game.
He's trying desperately to hit 30 CS.
He's gonna come in, but Crescent Guard from the Xin Zhao just to play it safe.
That was a real statement a caster made about a
I got
professional
hooked,
player.
I'm totally fine. June, not level 6 just yet.
Yeah.
So no follow-up comes through.
And Noah still not able
He
to
too
farm
plays
down the
Fnatic
bottom
tomorrow.
side, still not getting that
Or
crucial
shit.
30th
He too plays
minute
FlyQuest
because
tomorrow.
Jan
Watch
is able
G2
to
lose as
walk
well.
halfway up the
Can
river
you
because
imagine?
he knows the bot lane is still a freeze.
Yeah. Bot lane's a freeze. They had to push that one out. As now
Oh,
Oscar
shit, Impact.
does have impact under the turret, but a flash comes out, and that's just going to save him there. So under a little bit of pressure, I suppose, but still, it is the Ornn being pushed in.
The one thing I would like to see right now, Valdez, looking at this as an NA fan, is I would love to see Team Liquid actually start going for these objectives, right? They've had so much control down in the bottom side of the map. And
You start getting objectives, though.
still the first dragon
Yeah.
that has spawned. We don't even have a second one coming through. It does feel as though Team Liquid can create more opportunities for themselves to scale into the game, because
Yep.
the one thing I am
facts.
a
This is
little bit
actually
worried about looking at this game is you have an Ornn on the other side. You have a Hwei, you have
not a
a
bad
Corki.
game.
All these characters are well known for scaling.
It's here
super
for the
hard into
counter.
game, and Fnatic trying to
I mean,
put
they
a
know
couple
he's
of them
here.
and get a little bit more gold in their pockets.
Well, they're trying to go for core here, but he's just going to flash away.
That
Noah
was
does pick up the kill, and now Umpty in a little bit of a rough spot. Resort
Okay, they
will
got
go
it.
down.
Go in.
Gianna
Go
now
for. Why are we going to the Nautilus?
coming on in. Noah, he needs the kill, but he's not going
Oh my god, we kind of trolled that. What the f? It's fine.
As APA again is there.
Fine, he's gonna
in
miss
the
that entire
time
wave
just
again.
to save his team. And Young throws in a nice little question mark emoji. Might as well.
I can hear the Twitch chat going off in my ears. You see so many opportunities for Team Liquid to start talking. We see such a great set of roams coming out from APA yet again, and Jan.
Alright, let's watch this.
Ahead.
Kind of got
Looking
stun
at
locked by
this one,
Lucian.
as it is just an opportunity for Fnatic to really dogpile themselves onto Core JJ, but the problem in doing so is you overextend, and Umpty just tanky enough when all is said and done to give APA the time to get there.
Guys, this is a professional game, by the way.
Some plays on the top
Oh, he's
side core
picked.
and
Hey,
a
Porter is
pretty
doing the
rough
thing where he
spot.
trolls.
I really don't know what he was doing there.
Yeah, I don't
but
know.
Maybe trying to get some vision. It does backfire, and he will be taken down. So, small little victory.
I mean, like I
for
said, they
Fnatic.
still don't have
A
dragons. The
free
game's not
little
over.
piece of sushi in
We
the
have
top
no
lane.
dragons.
I mean, it feels like fish are supposed to be in the river, right? That's exactly what their native habitat is. Wait,
What?
Okay,
Wait,
that's
what just
just
happened?
shut down from Noah.
Wait, what
over
just
Young.
happened?
And I have no idea how that is even possible.
Dude,
But
what?
it did
Can we get a
happen.
replay at what the
I
f just
cannot
happened
wait to
bot
see
lane,
the
by the
replay
way?
on what happened there,
He's,
because that
he's done
is
50
very
CS.
surprising. He still has a barrier up, and now it's a lot of gold that's gone right back on over towards.
What the f are they
getting
doing?
a bit too complacent.
Well, trying to take a trade here
Oh
is
my
Oscar
God.
in. No flash available for impact. He is going to throw down
Yes,
the
it's good ult.
equalizer. That is going to prevent Resort
Careful!
from getting in. As now, Will
What are you-
Proctor does
okay, it
get
should be
in,
fine.
But that shield is
Okay.
enough to keep him
God.
alive. Just barely. Impact will survive. Amongst the two of them, not able to punish Impact.
Yeah, and Umti sticking around does mean that
Get a replay?
Oscar and Razor cannot stay. The Grub's going to be going over towards Team Liquid here, but Fnatic trying to do something.
They're going to fight this with their jungle off map?
Oh, TP coming in from APA, and that should push Fnatic back. They did get the first 3 grubs, and that's when that dive was happening in the bottom lane. And TP down to the bottom side here from Oscarinen to show that Fnatic do not want to fight over this objective. Probably a smart call with APA TPing up to this one.
And he's going to be the 3 for 3. We see the teleport from Impact going down to...
They should still be fine.
Still no dragons taken by either side, but Team Liquid have let...
I really feel like that dragon needs to go.
Just a little bit.
I think it's too late. I think you should have took it way earlier. I think it's honestly kind of bad to take it now.
Because it's a lot of gold suddenly going over towards Corki. One of the worst champions that Team Liquid could be giving gold over towards the other side. He's still down 50 CS 12 minutes into the game, but when you start,
he's only down 800 gold.
Where this game actually goes, you cannot afford to be giving players like Noah this. And we've seen with the amount of trash talk that APA has been going for, the amount of yapping, Noah is going to fire right on back if they come in back in this game.
Yeah, would not be surprised. I think he's got a lot of work to do to get to that spot. I think, you know, probably need to win this game if he wants to have a chance.
Yeah, it is shut down.
Any trash talk in, especially after the way the early game went here in game number 2 after a very dominant win from Team Liquid already.
America is diverse, unlike wherever in
still
EU you
waiting for any amount of attention.
Don't donate.
Saying, please, someone attack me. I'd like to have some action.
America has Asian Americans. True.
As Team Liquid do not want it. Fnatic can't have it. As all the vision you see down there in the bottom side
Thank
of
you
the
for that
map
9,
in
Baltimore.
its entirety is going the way of Team Liquid. Fnatic do not have any chance to walk over there and get anything going. So instead, Razork is just gonna show himself up on the top side alongside of June, looking for APA. That's a very nice hook.
We have to flash that, don't we, brother?
Eventually, and that's another shutdown going into the hands of Fnatic.
We're 0 ping, aren't we, brother?
Players that can really use the gold, and there's not a cross map coming out from Team Liquid. This was what Team Liquid is so good at last game, is making sure that every time they lost something, they were getting a little bit more across the board. However, Impact might have to flash again.
Well,
nope.
Just a little roller
coaster
ride,
this game,
you know, a little wave.
Oh my god. We're not going to throw, are we?
Oscarinen didn't even look like he wanted to fight that. Impact's like, hey, let's fight again. I'm really low. Oscarinen says, yes, I will go for that. I will take that trade. That's now an equalizer just to push the wave back and get him a back. As meanwhile, MT is going for
14 minutes, no dragon.
I was a really big fan of the lane assignments that we saw from Team Liquid last game, where they did have the dual lane go towards the middle early on. But one of the major parts of that was how effectively they were able to move those pieces around the map, how effectively they were able to take down all of these structures. And admittedly, a big part of that was the fact that APA was on that Ziggs. He was able to just constantly nickel and dime every single one of these structures when he would get close. But we're not even seeing the same kind of attempts coming out from Team Liquid. And
nope, they've done nothing for the last 5 minutes. They took Rift Herald.
Checks, and now they're going to be checking out how this mid lane is doing by dropping Rift Herald.
I'm going to drop the Rift Herald, but maybe just trying to punish Razork here as well. But on the Kha'Zix can be difficult, as he will just hop the wall. And meanwhile, the Rift Herald was utilized in mid. Does not take.
I'm not going to lie, this is like a loss.
Yet, but you see Giannis trying to put on that pressure. Can be difficult into the way, but if you don't have jungle priority, maybe, yeah, they're just going to poke him down. And now we got a wall as well just to push him out of the lane and secure this mid-tier 1. This will be a big victory. And the lead built up.
I don't like how we didn't get any dragons. They just kind of do nothing. It's kind of fucked. Hey, this guy is ass.
Yeah, he's dead. Very, very
He
dead.
blew both sums and died as well. That Noah guy is ass. Bro, that Noah and this Razork guy, they suck.
But it's just more time where Noah's just not allowed to farm and is basically not allowed to be part of the game.
The game is a lot easier when one of your opponents doesn't really get to play. And now Razork coming around. Umti's right around the corner.
Yeah, well, in the 1v1 should be fine, but now we got TPs coming in, we got June coming in as well, and Umti, they're just going to leave him for dead. Not able to help him here, as even Impact might be in a little bit of trouble.
He doesn't have flash, won't have ult, he does.
June with the flash ult just to make 100% sure, and with Impact on no
flash,
who will be eventually the kill going over to Oscarinen. So
yeah, I don't feel confident about this game, I'm not going to lie. They had it completely won, they kept bullshitting.
Finding even more of them, it does feel as though they are starting to out-rotate Team Liquid, which was a major problem for Fnatic in Game 1. Now, Team Liquid will continue to build a little bit on that gold lead by taking his topside turret and trying to find Razork as he moves around his own side of the jungle. But these small mistakes are putting gold into the
Please
places
don't get
that
solo
Team
killed
Liquid
APA.
really don't want them to. And Humanoid barely able to hold on to this truck.
Yeah, he's gonna save his top tier 1 and nearly does take out APA and trying to snipe him down again. But we do have Yon and Core JD nearby, so is June. Everybody is trying to just magnetize towards
Seraph
the
is
action.
broken. He's like a 600 HP
well.
when it's
Liquid
completed.
fighting off more than they
Okay,
can
a
do.
little bit troll.
Yeah, June is going to be in an interesting spot, but like you mentioned, just trying to bait for this one. Core getting pretty low as he will flash the rocket, and now we do have Razork and a massive
Ice!
are going to hit everybody. Even the
Ice!
back way in. Whoa.
Yes!
Does come through.
Okay,
Rather,
that,
the seismic shove will pick
honest
up
to
Noah,
God,
just the
if
cherry
played
on
correctly,
top.
should have
Great
saved the
stuff
game.
coming out from Team Liquid, finally finding one of those decisive fights
Okay,
that will
now
give them a
if they
whole lot.
play
find multiple
correctly,
members,
the
they
game
use
should be
no one,
like
they get a
completely fine.
structure as well, and they get to set themselves up with so much control of the top side of
No,
the
Corky
map.
just walked
This
into him
is
and
a
died. But he
really
blew,
good
like I said, that guy's
moment. We
AI.
got to see a little bit more of what we were looking at from the Team Liquid Fnatic series at MSI.
Watch Corky
where
here.
Fnatic thinks that they're the ones catching Team Liquid, but in reality,
Autoed
Team
once,
Liquid's
got,
setting
what
up
was his
a
W? I think he
pulling
W'd the
Fnatic
wall to
into
get
a
there.
situation where
Autoed
they need
once,
to have more
got
members,
Talia
but Team
knocked
Liquid
up,
is there,
died.
able to cut
Bro,
off
that's now
any
2
sort of
players, by the
retreat.
way. I would report for
Team
win
Liquid
trading in
fights
solo
themselves
queue.
to kills.
Just saying. I'm not gonna lie.
It's pretty
Like,
massive.
I'm filing
you
a
take
ticket.
down the top tier 1, you get 3 kills, you finally, it feels like Team Liquid are taking big strides to increase that
Play
early
against them
lead that
in
they've had
US
for a
solo
very
queue?
long
I don't
time.
know. Everybody has like weird, I don't know like
Staggered-
people's account names in
stagnated
US.
on it for a while as that
And like
Liquid is
everybody's a
going
pro
miss.
in
Impact
EU.
still in a
Apparently
lot
there's
of
like
trouble
8.
here
It's like
as
apparently there's like
Humanoid
8 different
putting
leagues
in
or
that
something. I
damage
don't
will
know.
knock the ult, and now a double
They
knock comes in
accidentally
here
hit that
in the
Ornal. Wait, that
2v2.
Ornal was
June,
sick,
though,
by
is
the
going
way.
to be kited down. Some sniping, some help from Humanoid, but a lot of damage from Razork as well. They're trying to get Yon, but he is going to dash away from this one. As now Umpty looking again at the action. That wall is going to absolutely make quick work
They
of
killed
him.
him backside.
They also get the flash out of Oscar, who will get out of here. And it's just chaos.
They killed
on
him
the top side
backside.
of the map.
Absolute chaos. Ultimately, just a couple of
Wait, I
kills
feel like
go
we
back
missed
and
some,
forth, but
like 2
it feels
kills.
like it kind of came out of nowhere, and that was really what we were looking at from Team Liquid versus Fnatic last time around. Really coming right on back. But
Brother,
Team Liquid,
their AD
surely now
carry
they're gonna have to pay a
is
bit more attention towards
93
the strategy. No longer
CS
that Chemtech one that we were
at
seeing. Instead,
19
it's
minutes
this
in
other
a
cousin,
professional
the
environment.
X-Tech one, and
Just
this
so
one
we're
is
clear.
so much stronger than the Chemtech Dragon. Team Liquid gonna be moving out on the board, and because they end up getting a couple of kills instead of just the one.
Guys,
there
they
for Fnatic,
first picked
they're able to
Corky.
move back onto the map a little bit faster. They're already going to be taking control, and Fnatic really need Oscar with them if they're going to be trying to do anything in terms of actually face checking any of these rushes.
Yeah, it's definitely very true. And
Like,
Fnatic,
I CS better.
Trying to make some kind of presence.
And I
in the
can't
middle of the map.
CS.
They want to potentially fight for the Drake, which I'm not sure if they really can at this point in time, but let's see how well they set up for this one, as currently there is zero vision. That
I really
ward
hate
is
that Lucian
in their
build.
own jungle and immediately pinged out.
I've been playing
And Team
Essence
Liquid will be
Revolution.
picking
I don't
up the
like it.
Hextech Drake. Will we have a fourth
know
Infernal
Double Lift
Soul?
likes
Yes,
it, but
we
I don't
will.
like it.
Wow.
As it does come out once again. We had 3 in a row in the BLG T1 series. Now we get a 4th one. It's Team Liquid making their way towards that soul, taking their first Drake. They take the bottom tier 1, and they're looking for a fight as Resort. Somebody's got to check here. Somebody has to make a stand and find out where TL is.
I guess you don't go Collector first,
hopefully
that's
it is
true.
him who does take half his health and damage.
Well, buying
Problem
Essence
right now
Reaver
for
means,
Fnatic
like,
is,
I like
yes,
quick
Humanoid
blades on
picking up
Lucian,
from the
but
top side, but this wave is going to do a little bit of damage.
if you buy
to
Essence, you really go quick blades. Also, you can't, kind of
easily
can't, I don't
able
know.
to move around the rest
Raise
of
up
the
to
map.
100,000 OP
Humanoid
player, you're
can't
D2,
necessarily
not
take away
D2,
any
shut
of
up.
the camps from his opponent's side just because he's by himself. It's going to take him a long time to do that as the way, and Team Liquid is still going to be able to move and just create pressure around the bottom side of the map, take away a couple more of these camps. As part of why Umpty is doing a really good job of maintaining parity with the Kazakhs. But Razork,
Kraken? Yeah, Kraken
looking
feels
for an opportunity
disgusting.
to try and jump into Yon and Core JJ, but he is very much on vision.
Yeah, I mean, with the Edge of Night, he's able to at least, you know, eat a little bit of that upfront burst and then kind of just hop away, and that's his way of face checking, essentially. But, you know, it just feels like you're not getting much done outside of just taking a bit of damage, and you're like, okay, they're there, and now I'm kind of just, I'm going back to my jungle, I'm not doing much. You see 4 out of the top 5. Actually, yeah.
I like W Evolve on Kha'Zix. I think W Evolve Kha'Zix is honestly broken.
Top laner,
I know they nerfed it a little bit ago because it was too. It gave like the slowest, too disgusting. But I think W Evolve is the best. Its utility is actually insane.
But also, he was able to go straight from bot into mid and just essentially vacuum up the entire map worth of CS. So it makes a lot of sense that he's on top.
My God, Lucian's almost at IE.
But it is worth noting that at this point in the game, the goal leads start to lie because we're starting to see the ornaments come through. Now, I'm a little bit disappointed because they lost all their cool names, but Umti just goes right on in.
He's going back in, and
he's just trying back out. They got his ult. That is not it. It's one combo. Maybe it is it. Oh, he misses. Oh, wait, that's not good, guys. What are we doing?
He nearly dies to it.
He just reset. Oh my God!
And a massive snipe comes out from Noah as another shutdown in that 1v1, and Yun doesn't even use his barrier. Says no.
What are we doing?
Well, not the case.
That was a bit of a surprise coming through. Just a surprise teamfight 1 coming out from Fnatic, and what was a
we just Baron killed 2 of us, by the way.
Both teams were trying to jockey around the vision for the Baron without necessarily an easy opportunity to actually do it. It's just both teams kind of fighting themselves in
like Baron. I'm almost certain 100 to 0 2 of us.
Oscar and Noah pushed him into the pit.
That watch Lucian. Baron, he's only taking Baron damage. Look at that. Only Baron. That's all Baron damage. Still only Baron damage. He got hit 100-0 by Baron in 1 Corky rocket.
I didn't even realize it was coming through, and that's part of why.
He doesn't flash or barrier.
Just not seeing it as a nice little play to get that dredge line into the wall from June. But yeah, now we're going to have the fight breaking out once here again, as Impact does have TP if they want to come into this one. And there it is, straight into the fight is now.
I think it's good for us.
He just runs into the enemy team and immediately dies.
Okay, what do we do?
Doing the exact same thing with his TP. As down he's going to go.
Just reset, man.
Alive. It's only Yun. And yes, he is pretty bad, but I don't think he can go 1v4. Umti trying to provide a front line. Oscar
he still has ult, maybe? It's winnable.
Really provide that front line. Down will go core, and Umti is just a little bit too low. Young.
We lost 3. I knew we were going to lose this game. It looked up.
Not happening. That's now the Ornn ult is coming from downtown. And unfortunately, it is too far away for him.
I mean, why'd they bullshit?
For Fnatic to try to come back in this game.
And another good snipe from Noah as well with those rockets finding its way onto core JJ. This
like no dragon, like we're not serious.
Making sure that Jan and Umti have to run for the hills, but Fnatic still trailing a little bit.
All the bounties that they gave for fun for no reason.
In these fights, and it was
really playing like it's solo queue.
We see the turn first onto Humanoid, but also Impact just in the middle of the entire enemy team. Equalizer looks good if he has the rest of the squad to actually play around it. Doesn't take a look at the rest of the fight. And then Core JJ going down here.
I mean, they didn't get Baron.
Does not have the extra bit of tankiness in order to stay in front and actually provide a screen for Jan to just free fire.
I feel like Team Liquid, they had control of this game, but immediately the fights got messy.
Oh, they didn't get messy. They
are finding a lot of success. I mean, Core, once again, going to be sniped down here.
They instant them 8 bounties.
Has been fantastic. Outside of, you know, running straight.
I mean, we're still up gold. We're not playing.
Outside of that, he's been fantastic. He's killed Impact multiple times.
Like we're like walking towards Baron, like we're not threatening, but
yeah, I feel like Team Liquid may be a little bit too eager to try to force some of these fights on any terms. Essentially, they're like, all right, you want to fight? We're gonna fight. We're ahead. We're just going to do it. But, you know, sometimes the goal difference, as you mentioned, it can lie. Fnatic is getting those ornaments online. They are now in a very good spot. They get the first Infernal Drake here. And
I mean, honestly, NA goes home. Have fun on that 20-hour flight, you piece of shit. You deserve it. Shut up, Medios.
That's not good for Team Liquid when Noah already has 2 items completed, and that's not that far behind the rest.
Like EOS, whatever, it's a 7-hour flight. NA's that you're literally flying 25 hours. No, they're from LA. 25 hours. That's a 25-hour travel time.
Why you actually got to play some of those scrims so you can look for opportunities like this.
Bro, I've seen the same play 8 times. Okay, he actually doesn't get anything off. Okay, it's a free kill. Alex still has ult.
In through the choke. So finally, Team Liquid, they calm things down. They get a pick. They deny the vision. And that's some good League of Legends there. I hadn't seen it for the last 5 minutes or so, so I'm glad to see that.
True.
Very generous of you to say it was just 5 minutes, but now Team Liquid with an extra pick, with an extra member on the board. Are they finally going to be starting up the Baron? They're not. They're looking for another pick.
Yeah, and Razork has been very good about, you know, putting his face on the line, just saying, hey, is anybody here in this brush? And then just
hard
away
horn.
and getting that information as we once again will see the pick here on a June.
Yeah, APA throws down a fantastic wall to split the fight, leaving June
really
nowhere
good.
really to go, and also
Like
knocking Noah
play.
just over
Really
the
good
wall
play.
to a spot where he can't do a whole lot, but there's not a whole lot extra that Team Liquid has. They use all their
Shut the
damage
f up,
on the
Idios,
support,
never.
and we gotta have a
Leave
little
me alone,
more
bro, I'm
on the
working.
tank
Go
or
away.
try and find a
I'm
bigger
working, leave me alone.
opportunity. But Team Liquid, they've maintained this 2,000 gold lead for the last 20 minutes. It's been hovering somewhere between 1.5 and 2.5, and now Impact getting caught.
Dude, are you a
Yeah,
fraud?
he's just, immediately caught here. He tries to flash away as now Oscar in is going to be looking for the finisher, and he will get it as Resort.
Huge!
Now Empty just
That's,
baited
then you
in.
have to kill one
He's gonna be taken down. A
here.
lot of damage is done by the culling, but it's now 3v5 for TL.
Oh,
A
Impact!
couple of picks, they get the enemy jungler, and they will.
Bro, you're 2-5-3, man. Oh, you're 3-5-3. Excuse me, bro. Be better.
Make this gold lead completely lie, and 2 members going down for
No,
Team
it's
Liquid.
not lying. The fights are winnable if they play correctly.
Actually contest for this Baron. Honestly, Valdez, this game feels as though it's been going for a lot longer than 27 minutes, right? This is around the time where Team Liquid actually ended Game 1, and now Team Liquid, despite having a lead for almost the entire game, the Nashor is being slain here by Fnatic, and they actually...
I mean, I don't know. This is all sus. I'm not trying to say win trade or bet gap or anything like that, but the way they were playing with the lead was completely unserious. Kind of like they want it to go to Game 3. Just saying. Just saying.
It was simply a bluff. They're not by themselves. They actually have their entire team right behind them. Core and Young cannot participate, and that's just 2 clean picks coming out from Fnatic.
Yeah, it's just really awesome to see what Resort has been able to do on this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about the Essence Reaver into Rapid Fire instant. So you go Rapid Fire on Lucian when you have hit potential. That's why you build it. Nice! That Razork guy's a dipshit.
He just immediately dies.
This is a great fight for us. Wait, they can just lose the entire game off this, by the way, if we play it correctly. Hey, Nautilus is dead. Right, he's dead.
Taken out. Upti going way too deep, but now APA is going to get the flank here, and maybe it's enough as APA will take out the
wins. Oh
Corki
my God.
finally as Oscar in it, alone 1v2. And can he do much here? Will he take down CoreJJ? It's looking pretty likely as he does go unstoppable.
No way!
Oh. Another one is the seismic shove. APA does deny the
God,
kill.
is this William? Is this Williams?
Of the Baron buff
Main account, bro?
But it
Is it
is
Willie?
another chaotic one as Umti dives really deep. Oscar just too tanky to actually die.
This guy's picking,
this Baron
playing.
buff will actually open up the map a little bit for Fnatic. They finally take the inner or the outer mid lane turret. We'll take another look at this last fight, and we get to see that
45
gets a lot of pressure put onto him right off the bat.
It's all
he has
ult.
to get pushed so far away that he's not able to do a whole lot of damage. Finally, he starts getting damage in onto Umti, but Umti is already taken
I think
down.
APA needs
the
to
mid
flash
laner.
that wall,
And then,
probably.
when all the flashes have been used, suddenly got a flash onto everyone else that is still alive. We can see some great synergy between
I don't know.
CoreJJ and
Corki has
APA to
8
keep
kills. I mean,
themselves alive
what
after
he
that.
guys, he was
But
1 and
ultimately,
3
yet another
with
counter
like
fight. Doesn't feel as though
30
we can see
CS.
battle line set up by
This is
either side
unacceptable.
this entire game.
Yeah. As
Pause.
come back,
Look at the
we do have
damage
a little
chart.
bit of a
Look at this
pause,
damage
so
chart.
we'll have to wait
Corki
and see what the issue
7,000
is with
damage.
that one.
Lucian
As
900. So what I was saying
apparently
was,
even
you go
after his
rapid fire
disastrous
rush
early
on
game, was
Lucian
able
when
to
you
do
have a
7,000
Lucian Nami or a
damage
Lucian Milio,
in the last
because that
fight.
first auto
Not
auto
entirely
slows.
Sure how that's possible, but
So when there's, it lets you like blow your whole combo, they can't run. Blah 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 blah.
Than his opponent.
That's good if you can
in the
pick
carry
people.
role
But
there.
bro, he's autoing
Sorry guys for the
Horn?
tech pause. We'll try to get information on what the
Nautilus.
issue is and try to get back into the game.
Imagine if he
as
had
soon as
LDR.
possible.
I'd be really curious to be able to listen in to what the players are actually saying in these games, right? Because you know that Fnatic, this is a big step up from their first game. Their first game was not really a game. They showed up, they logged into the League of Legends, but they didn't do a whole lot after that. Whereas Team Liquid, they could do no wrong. They did everything right in the first one, and so suddenly that doesn't necessarily tell you a lot about what they were actually communicating. Because
But you're not
Fnatic
Treasure
were the
Giant
ones who
Slayer?
were
I mean,
trying
everybody
things
has
and none
armor
of those
always.
things were really working. Whereas in this one, it feels as though we have like a line of scrimmage, and whenever anyone goes across that, suddenly they're a little bit too far, and whoever is actually there is able to just jump on top of the dog pile, and eventually all 10 members are there for a fight.
Yeah.
Start the game.
Definitely seem like they want to fight as much as possible, as soon as they possibly can, throwing their bodies on the line. And we've seen mixed results.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that Team Liquid were going to win, and I thought it was just going to be a clean 2-0. Nothing to see here. And then we had some interesting fights there in the early to mid game. And
people actually bet on these games? Yeah.
They got the Baron.
Dude, betting controls the world.
They kind of just lost the fight with the Baron as well. Yeah. And everybody except Oscar did go down, so they weren't able to get much out of their Baron power play. And now we've had the pause right after that moment. So very even in gold, as you mentioned.
All right, let's start it up, bro. Okay, we're working on that LDR. We have Last Whisper. Okay, here we go.
Coming online, and so you still like Fnatic's position, but with the way this game has been going, I really can't tell.
It just liking the position really doesn't feel like enough, simply because we really like Team Liquid's position, and now APA kind of reprising some of his role in the previous game over in the side lane, making sure they can put some pressure onto all of these inner turrets. And with UMT creating a little bit of pressure with him,
Rumble
making sure
was
that
a little bit late.
Safe
Still got most of it. Fuck it.
Fnatic still just kind of don't really care, right? There's like, well, you threw down an equalizer, but what if we had a Baron buff to neutralize that entirely? Yes,
Talia got strong.
Back, but
Talia's annoying to play against.
Razork is going to be picking up another Infernal Dragon. It looks like the Infernal
Soul. And they're going to get mid-turret as well. Not the worst. It's pretty even.
And at least Team Liquid will trade some gold back by getting the
we pilot our characters correctly. I think it's winnable.
I would absolutely rather be in Fnatic's position as they go for another roll.
Yeah, Young is in a lot of trouble. He is going to flash away as the rest of the team is just going to blast cone out of there as well. Razork really wants to continue the fight. As now level 16, he's got 3 evolves. He's feeling really good about his position in this game and is always going to be on the hunt. But yeah, it just feels like very small compared to what Fnatic got, right? You know, they're trying to claw their way back. They get a couple of turrets, right? But the Infernal Drake, getting them to Infernal Soul Point, as well as their own couple of turrets that Fnatic were able to take, does really feel like they're in control of this game. We have a death cap online.
Willie, bro, do your research.
And Humanoid's been having a great game on that one as well. Definitely looking much better than the Kassadin we saw in game 1. And
you know who else is looking way better is Oscar in it.
Yeah.
Right? The Varus experiment did not show us a whole lot, but he is currently deathless in this second game, and he's creating a lot of pressure. He's the main
How does this guy
player
die?
for Fnatic who's actually getting any of these engages started. He's been doing a fantastic job with the Call of the Forge God, and now he's able to—
I don't know how Ornn ever dies. He has to grief.
Yeah, they don't quite have the damage in this roster to really peel through a very fed tank.
Like, what's the ideal world where I think Ornn just can't, like, he has to be the last one alive.
The Lucian has very nice,
but he's just gonna like run at them.
In terms of
he's gonna force them to deal with them.
Ornn, not really, unless he's given way too much time, and at that point you're probably winning the fight anyway. And the Rumble, yeah, sure. I mean, the Andres can do some good work.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually. But
the ultis wave.
Maybe then the rest of the team just takes you down. So it does feel like Fnatic's in a
oh shit, that Lucian damage.
Nearly does die, and now they're calling, and he has to flash away. Meanwhile, on the top side, Impact's in a lot of trouble, but the equalizer is good.
This looks good.
And now a fight potentially brewing here, as
okay.
It's a very nice seismic shove to come out from the side of Team Liquid, but now UMT in a lot of tank up a huge amount of the damage.
Oh my god, Cordier got separated. Cosmic was able to re-enter the fight. Okay, he griefed it. Oh my god. He died. Burn, burn, burn!
And Noah barely surviving.
Looks
like they will get away just barely in this fight.
And it's another even trade between these two
unfortunate that Cosmic was able to stay in the fight and Cordier got separated. I didn't even see Cosmic's on him, to be honest.
Because Razork took a ton of damage, but yet again, Impact barely surviving in that last one. And there's
too much going on to spot the Kha'Zix here.
This one was mostly dead. We saw that they came in and just obliterate poor JJ before looking for more opportunity to be aggressive. Unfortunately, went a little bit too far, but we're seeing yet again these super confused battle lines that one person takes a ton of damage,
any bounties?
Someone else does, and we're suddenly fighting 4-on-4. I'm really looking.
Oh, I forgot
at
about
an
Ornn
opportunity for
items as
Fnatic
well.
to
Holy
either
shit.
Set up a fight in a choke point where Oscar can.
He has what, double upgrades?
Or I'd also love to see if APA can set the rest
Triple
of his team up
upgrades?
with one of those Weaver's walls.
No, 4
Fnatic
upgraded
can't
items.
bring
Oh
their
my
entire
god.
team to bear.
Yeah, absolutely. Just talking about, you know, maybe not being able to shoot through Oscar in, but we actually have double Leandri's and, maybe just another
Ornn
fight
did
here.
die.
Not able to analyze much at all. I did.
Kind of
show
going the
the battle
supporty build with the
earlier
Locket
today.
Redemption.
Done
He's
with
not
the
as
death
tanky as he
segment,
could be.
But, you know, anybody can still win this game. Funnily
Okay,
enough,
not
from this
no, it's
position.
Flash.
Yeah.
As not a lot of vision there for Team Liquid.
This
And
has to be
now,
bad.
As they say that, it looks like Fnatic get a massive engage, but now the front line June in a bit of trouble.
This
Razor
has to be bad for them.
Jump away, and now this equalizer is pretty good. Want to try to cut them off as Humanoid in an awkward spot, but not dead yet.
Team Liquid has the inside track towards the mid lane, and
Ornn already used Redemption?
very low. It'd be very hard to do this, Baron. They're trying to corral them.
It might
And
load
Team
slow.
Liquid are doing
Oh,
pretty
what the
good. Flash comes in, Impact in a bit of trouble, trying to get away from this one. Umpty, though, frontlining for Yun on the top side of this fight. And now Razork, they're going to spot him on the top side here as well.
We got it
Mid lane
canceled,
still looking
okay.
to push the
This
Dredge line.
looks
Is going
bad
to
for
miss as
Fnatic.
APA just trying to tip away once again with his own Leandries.
Impact looking to back away so he can get a teleport back into the fight. Team Liquid not having the vision necessary to continue.
They don't
chase
have to
Fnatic
fight here.
around. They finally know that Fnatic is not, in fact, hitting the Baron. That means that it's Team Liquid's turn to do so, trying to make sure that nobody can teleport.
Ornn's ult's coming back up.
Trying to get this fight going again, and June is in a ton of trouble. He just goes down, and that's going to be the end of that. TL, they force Fnatic to try to answer the call on the Baron, but now they're just going to have to give it away. Team Liquid.
Gotta be careful, those souls up.
They had a huge lead, kind of threw it away. Fnatic were playing well, and now they're back in the driver's seat.
Back in the driver's seat, the gold lead is starting to reassert itself, and now Razork looking for an opportunity. Remember, they are just one dragon away from the Infernal Soul. Does he actually try and go for a steal? He does have access to a blast cone, and Team Liquid being very skittish around this, taking their time, making sure that Razork does not have an easy opportunity to jump into the pit. And Razork, as we know, is not even going to go for a steal at all. But Team Liquid love the fact they're crossing their T's and dotting their I's. But this is the first time Team Liquid have had a.
All right, now we have to be careful on this push.
This could be their last real
because we can get
opportunity to
picked going for vision
or
or Ornn engaged on.
Yes, he has some tanky stats,
Okay.
but as soon as you start chewing through that with
careful,
all of the damage that we are now seeing put out from Jan, he melts very, very quickly. And once they're able to do that, easy Baron after that. So I think Team Liquid really need to push all the way with this one. They need to take multiple inhibitors because Ornn is still building up these organs. Everyone actually has one at this point, and they are incredibly strong, and they only get stronger with the fact that Noah has another item yet to build.
Yeah. I like how casually NA versus EU is both the fastest game by far we've had so far, and also looking to potentially break the record for the longest game in the same series. As now
I don't think there's
trying to
play
find
there.
here,
Oh,
Umpty in
wait.
a lot of trouble. Will Crescent Guard and try to get away from this one, but the knockup once again as Oscar
He
in a
dies to that?
assassinate him, but now the knockup comes out when Oscar's in a bit of trouble. He has to get away. The equalizer is huge. The front line is just melting here on the side of Fnatic. Everybody is super low.
Okay,
How
GG.
that
Holy
flash forward
shit.
from Yun is enough to take the double kill, and now Noah's like desperately
No,
trying
he
to
doesn't
hold
die.
onto this
Or he
mid
dies.
lane, but eventually he should go down as he's just
GG.
poked away.
Hey, EU! Bye-bye!
They just
7 hours, bro. 7 hours. Pack your bags, brother. Pack your bags. Spirit Airlines is waiting, baby. Woohoo! Economy class. That'll be comfortable.
Right now, if they want to keep on their key.
Let's go,
I
boys.
just don't think he's got enough.
Bye-bye. Nope, it's over. Fnatic. Bye-bye, guys. You're there. Imagine. You're there for 2 days, by the way. These guys got here on late Tuesday. They're here Tuesday. They're there Wednesday. They're gone on Thursday, by the way.
In the EWC.
7 hours for that. 7 hours of travel for that. Go ahead, hey, get that pre-check underway. Get that pre-check. Get that pre-check, baby. Let's go, boys. Let's go. I'm talking about. Now Team Liquid plays T1. I don't know who I'm rooting for, but I can't lose regardless. T1 or TL wins, it's still winning for me.
Get crushed in that hydraulic press.
It's just so brutal to think about.
Get their
We saw
key.
it earlier on, you know, your key, your frame, everything, it just gets
Smash that
crushed.
shit.
It gets bent, and it gets encased in resin. Everything, your hopes and dreams in the tournament.
EU, why you? EU.
1 best of 3, 2-0 for Team Liquid, and they're gonna be feeling pretty happy. You know, it's put on a nice show for the fans out there. Because
have fun, safe travels, or not.
You know what?
Safe travels.
Fnatic a chance. Let's see what we can make this game. Can we win in 4
You got it, guys.
Didn't end up being longer than the T1 BLG game, but
at least they got close.
Trust me, we're laughing at you guys,
And
not
it's
with
important
you.
to remember that because we had both these quarterfinals.
Let's get the interview,
today,
please. EU is
to
trash.
see
Just
what
say it.
happened between T1 and BLG and knows that they're gonna have to try and
Just say
step
it.
up yet
EU
another level.
is
They played
trash.
well, they did in
APA.
game 1.
Who
They
they
have a
interview
chance
here?
going up
APA? I
against
don't know who they.
T1.
Probably
But
APA.
Team Liquid also only had one opportunity. They only got a single game off of T1 the last time these two teams played.
Say
against
it, APA. EU is trash. Say it,
I
bro.
mean, there's always a chance, but we'll have to
Say
wait
it.
and see how that goes. But for now, we're gonna hand it over
Say
to
it.
the stage for an interview.
Drop the
right
line.
now.
Hi everyone, Ginny here, joined with APA from Team Liquid. Congratulations on your victory. Before we start this interview, we have a little ceremony that I would like to take part of, and that is by receiving the key from Fnatic. So let's hear it one time for Humanoid from Fnatic. Please do join us on the stage.
Congrats, you lost, Humanoid. Hand that shit over,
Thank
right?
you so much
Go pick up your suitcase and get the f out of the building.
It's yours to keep. Do you know what happens to these, by the way?
I do know they get crushed, and like the dust will go under that trophy, I believe.
That is actually right. So how does it feel to not only crush the hopes and dreams of EU fans when you're going up against Fnatic, but also their key?
I mean, EU is just a one-team region, so it's not that exciting to me.
True.
It's just G2. Honestly, to expect the result here, to go 2-0.
That kind of hurts a little, but you guys did
Yep.
get a 2-0, and I want to talk about
Yes,
it
sir.
because the first game was in a very dominating
True.
fashion. Second game maybe a little bit back and forth. What was your read on the creativity from the Fnatic draft? Because they're logging in the core key, but you still banned the LeBlanc. How did that happen?
Ask him about that caster lock-in.
Well, to be honest, we have really good prep against them again. They're a very similar team from MSI, and then, yeah, like game 1, we knew something fishy was going on. Like we knew it was going to be like either Varus top or mid, and then game 2, we knew the Corki was going bot even from early on. So that's why we headshot the LeBlanc.
You're talking about them being the exact same team as MSI, whereas when we're looking at the LEC, they've had a 6-game win streak, lost against G2, kind of went downhill since then. What is the similarity for you when it comes to playing Fnatic on the international stage?
I mean,
I think the same
to be honest,
question.
in early lane, they're like not that strong in lane. They make a lot of mistakes, and then in
Yep.
mid game, they just group up as 5 men. That's why, like when we made small mistakes, those mistakes got exploited a lot. Because we tried to play the map really big, but we just had like stupid deaths.
Yeah, you did.
How do you fix those? Because if we're being completely honest, your next game is going to be against T1, which is a little bit of a difficult one.
That-
moving
you died-
forward.
yeah, you guys died
What
like
do you think
jackasses,
you
I'm gonna be
can
honest.
improve on the small things or even the large-scale things when you're looking at that game?
I mean, this might sound cope, but individually, we just have to play better. Like I had a death top lane. I think Impact had a couple of bad deaths. I think Yana a couple of bad deaths. Individually, we just have to play a little bit better.
Do you think that's enough? Because you said that's cope, and I know like Western regions are really good at that. Like guilty, but realistically, what else do you think you need to do going up
Yeah,
against them?
you asked him just like 8 questions. He just answered.
I don't think it's cope. To be honest, like Team Liquid, we came here to win, so we're looking forward to every match.
We're gonna see you in the finals.
Hopefully so.
All right, thank you
You
so
say,
much.
yeah, I've been like, you're goddamn right. Give me the mic. I'm the greatest of live. Ain't no team gonna beat me. T1, G2, suck dick, mother. This is my team. This is my region. I'm the GOAT. I would have thrown the bottle down. That's what I would have done for my interview. Can you imagine? Like, bro, instant celebrity. Do that shit, instant celebrity right there. Everybody loves you. I'm gonna play an LCS just so I can get a interview. Not gonna lie. And escorted out the video. Nah, they would have escorted. Hold on, Murph. I think that was last game. We're seeing what they have to say. Maybe there's like more content pieces after. I'm a good smiter, you dumbass. What are you yapping about?
And for the second time in 3 months, it is Team Liquid over Fnatic, proving that NA is greater than EU in this point of time. I'll just make sure that it's this point of time. But yet again, done so this time in a very fun fashion. Both these squads.
It's Gen G against Top, and then G2 versus FlyQuest tomorrow.
Too much here for Fnatic, as Humanoid did everything that he could on the way, dishing out so much damage, but not quite enough to get them over the line.
That's why you don't like streaming jungle. Too much pressure to hit smite.
And I just got a little thing I got to get off my chest. Please. Oh, say
can you see?
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. Again,
yes, sir.
We do need to really hit on
yes,
that.
sir. Let's go, D-God.
Great Americans, APA and Yan. The General Umpty in the jungle. That's a salute, and the world champions, plus the coach spawn. That's what an American team looks like right there. North America taking the victory here in game number 2.
Yeah, and a super deserved win. It definitely was a lot more back and forth than game 1.
I think it's last one. Hold on.
Game 1 performance definitely sold me on TL being the stronger team today, and the draft again was a little bit wacky from Fnatic, things going in different directions, but it started to pull together. The Ornn, I feel like, was such a big piece of why they managed to last so long in the game, but TL clutched at the end.
Yeah, the thing that was really curious to me was the Kazakhs. It works, right? Like, we've seen this, like, Canyon versus Owner.
That's it for me.
We really saw it kind of pop off, which is you just really...
Reminder, we are not doing a July 4th, so I'm not going to be live tonight.
Our Evolve was really weird
unfortunately,
to me,
guys.
he wasn't necessarily
feels weird not streaming late on July 4th. It's been a while, but
kind of making it work, and you kind of felt like Fnatic could find it.
It is what it is. Trying to make up for it later next week, if we can do, see if we can do something. No promises that, but that's the play. Hopefully. We played a couple league games before. Should be able to do a little bit more tomorrow. I think we'll be live co-streaming again tomorrow. I might be able to play more after. We will see. We will see. All right. I got to go. Not a bad day, though. We still climbed on another account. Appreciate the subs, the Ds, the follows. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Insta. A-Squad, we on this bitch mother. With that being said, I'll see you pussy-ass, ugly, dipshit mother tomorrow, same time-ish. For NA residents, happy July 4th. Peace.